chapter on the preseason. We knew going in that the starters weren't going to play, so it gave the backups a chance to impress. And, buddy, if you put on a defensive uniform for the Jaguars on Saturday night, you did just that. Young guys taking advantage. To what end? Who knows? Roster cuts are tomorrow. Does it make for interesting decisions that guys like B.J. Green and Danny Strigow, young, undrafted rookies, are getting sacks against, by the way, the Dolphins' first-team offense? They weren't getting fourth-quarter sacks. I mean, they may as well have been Trayvon and Josh Hines-Allen out there. They're going against Tua and 4 of the 5 offensive line starters for Miami. Boy, if there's anything you would hope and wish you could take out of the preseason finale, it was the pass rush. I don't know where that came from, but, buddy, they were flying. What did they end up with? 7 sacks?
6 of them.
Yeah. I mean, they were coming from all angles, and the linebackers were getting them, and some of those, a lot of rookie impact. So guys who got the opportunity to play on Saturday night, a bunch of them did themselves a service, whether it means landing here in Jacksonville or going on to the practice squad or ultimately on some other roster somewhere else.
They definitely got noticed.
Yeah, I'm not going to be so presumptuous as to assume that our cast-offs are going to be scooped up around the league. I'm sure there are good training camp roster battles going on around the league, which leads us to, man, it can be fool's gold. You can be grasping at a plume of smoke if you're at the bottom of that roster, not just here, but all around the league. It's a cruel, cruel fate, and it actually, I guess, probably extends into a second layer of transaction hell, and that's this. The roster's cuts come. They're made official. It's Tuesday, 4 o'clock, and by golly, you've made the team. Man, you knew it was going to be tough, but your versatility, perhaps you play special teams, perhaps you would play a position of need on the team that you are on, and yeah, Mom, Dad, I've made it. I'm an NFL player. Then about Wednesday, 11 a.m., you learn that they traded for 7-year veteran so-and-so at your position. And then, by the way, yes, your excitement was so short-lived, but then most likely you go to your team's practice squad, so guess what? Huh? Look, I knew I was never going to make the big league, but the big squad, not year one. But, man, just to make this practice squad, that was all I was hoping for. Thank goodness I've got this practice squad spot. I'll be able to open some eyes. I'll be on that big roster within a couple of years. And then, wait, what? Who's coming down now? Yeah. So, look, to us, the casual sports, we barely pay attention past 40 on that roster. I mean, these are practice players for the most part. They're pushed, into playing time sometimes due to injury. But we need to be more concerned probably with the 44 and how well we stack up there. And on the other side of a really good defensive performance to end the season, particularly considering that especially that for the Dolphins played their starters into the second quarter. They finally got a touchdown, had to convert a 4th down to do that. So, young defenders without a lot of experience. Again, it ended up like, I think 44 Jaguars didn't play, 37 didn't dress. You have to dress a minimum number. So there were some guy, 2 or 3 guys dressed knowing they weren't going to play unless something, crazy happened. The other side of that, and again, I'm probably not going to make too much of this. I doubt there was much game planning, but offensively, it was kind of threw for 86 yards as a team. Man, I don't care if you're playing 4 quarters with a junior high team against, Ohio State. Can I just draw up enough plays to get me more than 86? Meanwhile, the running back competition, who knows? Another side to this roster deadline that we reach tomorrow. There'll be a number of trades around the NFL. I mean, the over-under on every team's deals is probably 1.5. Sometimes they're minor, sometimes they're bigger, sometimes they involve a superstar player that, okay, I guess it's not going to work here. Most of the time it's role player, fit for fit. You get through this preseason, and all teams have their roster issues. Some they didn't anticipate due to injury or otherwise. And so there's some fit-for-fit trades that are going to happen. You'll see some trades where teams deal from such a position of roster strength that they feel like if they don't do it now, then when. And that's where I would circle back home here and wonder just what they're thinking at the running back position. Just what are they thinking? I mean, I think we saw the best you're going to get for any of these backs is a sixth rounder. Is that worth it? Is it worth trading Travis Etienne somewhere for a sixth rounder and then watching him, sip from the fountain of youth and go for 12 bills this year? That would sting. I say that because Brian Robinson Jr. was dealt from the Commanders to the 49ers. They got a sixth rounder for him. I don't think there are any backs on the Jaguars roster that are going to command more on the trade market than Brian Robinson Jr. He seems to be about what we have. So do the Jaguars elect to trade one of those four backs? Do you carry four? Do you have to put one on the practice squad and then you run the risk of somebody poaching him? So decisions to be made, an ear to the ground, that may go into your decision somewhat. And you would, if one of the four is going to be the rookies, then it's not going to be Bigsby still, earlier in his contract. If one were to go, it would be Etienne. I thought looked pretty good this camp.
Yeah, he looked pretty good.
Yeah, I thought he bounced around pretty good, and he was getting the starting first team snaps. I would expect that's the plan, barring something happening out there on the transaction wire. I would assume that it'll be Etienne getting first snaps when the Jaguars open against the Carolina Panthers, which is now not far away at all, is it? Within a couple. Now it's just like we had a game yesterday and we're going to the bye weeky.
That's what
all
it
it
feels
is.
like. Yep.
Yeah. So season opens at home, a very, very beneficial opener. Don't have to go on the road, which they've had to do a couple of times. Don't have to face a really tough opponent. No, you're getting a team that's on the rebuild as well. You're getting them at home. You best do your part. I would suggest the Jags avoid any of that early season nonsense they regurgitated on us last year. And with a whole new team and scheme, I'm going to hope for the best. Listen, man, you can't be optimistic for much of this season. Once the season starts, at least your optimism then becomes based in reality. Now, I'm going to choose to think big and dream big. E.T., that's a dub.
That's a dub.
Yeah, I'm going to choose to think that way until we're proven different on the field. A field that, man, we'll be busting out onto here in less than a couple of weeks. Hear from Liam Cohen, the wrap-up of the preseason, what he expects now over the course of the next couple of days, again, with roster cuts coming on Tuesday, tomorrow. Got to be in by 4 o'clock. I don't care who you are. If you got a heartbeat and you are aware of the golf world, you were rooting for Tommy Fleetwood yesterday, weren't you?
I was.
It doesn't matter. Listen, thankfully for us, we didn't have to get our character pushed by needing one of our golfers to either to pass Tommy Fleetwood. The tour did their part, didn't they? Did you add it up? Is it official?
Man, I've been afraid to add it up. I ain't gonna lie.
It might be you still.
I'm gonna go ahead.
How far behind him were you?
I was 1 million behind him.
You were 1 million behind him, and you had what? Scheffler,
I had Scotty, and Morikawa.
And he had Hovland, man.
Yeah, Hovland
went, ooh, yeah. Did you make up $1 million? What did Scheffler get? Ooh,
oh no, he came in fourth.
Yeah,
man.
we were assuming that it was. I still think you probably. Is Hovland his best one? Yeah, because Rory fell off, dude. You're gonna be okay. I think Scheffler.
I'm a bit scared.
Didn't Morikawa and Hovland basically finish the same?
Hold on,
I got to check this now. Now you got me. Now you got me thinking. I was thinking that it worked out that the tour lost. They've already paid it off. We're all good to go. Let's see. Hovland was 11. Morikawa was 8. Rory was 6. So Scheffler's got a T4. You got a T4 and where's your other one? Morikawa?
Correct.
You got a T4 and a T19.
Oh.
He's got a 12 and a T23, bro. But you got to make up the million. I forgot about that part. I thought you were about to say. Well, listen, we're going to have to circle back with the golf story. I got to get a calculator. Now you got me thinking. So let's do that. We will come back. E.T. will return with either somber, desolate music that will indicate that the math has not served him well, or he'll be hippity-hoppity, happy as can be when we come back. Ooh, the drama. We're bringing it early, live inside the divorcemenonly.com studio. 641-1010, that's phone number. Also, the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. And we'll get you through a Monday. Stick around. Win or lose, nothing's off limits for us.
Hicken and Prosser on the live Swamp Sessions podcast right after every Gator football game.
We'll bring out insight, analysis, and Gator passion.
Live stream from Voodoo Brewing Company.
The 1010XL social channels.
Driven by Atlantic Infinity.
Call 904-500-COOL. Ideal Conditions.
Do you trust the diagnostic you just got for your AC? Call Ideal Conditions now to get a free second opinion with a limited time offer of $50 off repairs of $300 or more. Just mention this station. For a limited time, we're doing $79 one-time AC tune-ups as well.
Call 904-500-COOL.
Honk if you see us. Call for service.
Ideal Conditions.
IdealConditionsJax.com.
It's time to elevate your back-to-school style with luxury and a brand-new Cadillac.
Discover the 2025 Luxury XT6, a spacious 7-seat SUV starting at just $49,195. Perfect for carpooling or weekend adventures.
That's right, or step up your game with the stunning 2026 Vistique, Escalade, and Escalade IQ.
I want to go back to school in style.
You can. Visit us at Rainy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville. This school year, it's all about style.
Plus tax tag title $999 admin fee and resist all on approved credit.
If you're playing fantasy football, you might want a little help. Get 1010XL's Fantasy Football Draft Guide with in-depth player bios and the top 32 rankings at every position. Get the guide at 1010XL.com and on all of the 1010XL social channels. Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Jeff Lagerman for Napa Auto Care Centers. This football season, make sure your ride can get to that tailgate or travel to the away game safely and dependably. You can trust the ASE certified professionals at any one of the 29 independently owned Napa Auto Care Centers and the quality Napa parts they use. Napa Auto Care Centers can handle everything: oil changes, air conditioning, brakes, engines, transmissions. Napa Auto Care Centers offers a nationwide 24-month, 24,000-mile peace of mind warranty on most repairs. Find one near you at jacksnapaautocare.com.
The 30th annual Reggie Hunt Memorial Golf Tournament fundraiser is Friday, October 24th at Amelia River Golf Club. All proceeds support Big Brothers Big Sisters. Register at the Big Brothers Big Sisters events page.
To get this thing unwrapped here. Duvall!
Pros, what in the world are you doing working on your Duvall?
That's right, and I really identify with Duvall.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duvall sub, the Daily Stash Duvall. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce and tomato, crispy and fresh, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Stash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course,
oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it," and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Stash sandwich or sub for you.
21 locations in the area. Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Stash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Summer's winding down, and we know you want to enjoy what's left of it. But before you celebrate this Labor Day weekend, plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Celebrate responsibly and remember to drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Garrett Scantling here, and once again, thanks to Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, I'm back to training for the 2028 Olympics in LA. My torn hip labrum issue is resolved thanks to Dr. Doward, and Dr. Acevedo keeps my feet healthy too. training and competing. That's what it's all about for me. And Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has me in top condition.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
No.
Dead man walking.
Dang. Man, I'm sorry I brought it up. I thought I don't know. I guess I thought if you got fourth, you got a lot of money up there. But
I was going to take my time to do that, man.
yeah, I got it right there early. Oh, you understand, you're not going to get the sympathetic shoulder here, the bear hug, when part 3 shows up.
Oh, E!
You understand that.
Oh, E!
Oh, you're probably a snake and a spider with him, my man.
Right.
Oh, no. Yeah, we added it up. He only made he was down $1 million. He only made like 1.2 million, so we didn't bother adding up. Hovland got 480 alone, so there you go. He's not going to do it. He's not going to catch Stewart. At least you got around at the stadium out of it. But oh no, Hickens going to have a field day with this. ET. He's going to have an absolute field day.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Well, let me cleanse the palate for you. Kinda. There'll be one person on this that you won't be real happy to hear, but we'll get to some Liam Cohen, some Jags, some NFL news. I came across this list, this poll, the 10 most hated athletes in the world right now.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
10 most hated. Now, I will say they are all, I'm going to tell you, number 10 is Cristiano Ronaldo. The rest are American Sports League athletes. So this is probably this poll's taken here in the U.S. So okay. I would say U.S. sports fans, top 10 most hated athletes right now. I look at this, and some of them wouldn't have popped right into my head. Maybe there are some that aren't on here that should be. I think I would exchange a couple, but I can see how this list came together.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, E. Top 10 most hated athletes right now, according to, I'm assuming, American sports fans.
LeBron James,
number 1. Yeah, numero uno. Of course, if you did most popular athletes right now, he might also win that.
Yep. How about, which I don't really understand, but what about Patrick Mahomes?
Somebody's got to be the villain. Patrick Mahomes, number 8 on the list. Number 8. More people hate Patrick Mahomes than Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
All right, so you got LeBron at 1. If you really think about the current landscape, some of it is personality driven. You just don't like certain guys. Others, it's their behavior and the trouble they've been. This list is completely believable, man. Okay. I think you're going to get a couple more here.
I don't think he's that far up there yet. Tyreek Hill, I don't think he's up there yet.
No.
There's some baseball players on there.
Let me do this. Let me help you along. Let me give you. There are besides LeBron, 2 more players from the association are on the league, and they're exactly who you think they should be.
What about Joel?
Not Embiid. You're yeah, I know it's harder. When I'm looking at the answers, like, why can't he get that? Who are the 2 biggest D-bags in the league, man?
Oh, Dylan Brooks?
Dylan Brooks is one. And who's the OG? Who's Dylan Brooks before Dylan Brooks?
Oh, Draymond.
Okay. Thank you. Draymond is 5. Dylan Brooks is 7.
Dang, Dylan Brooks all the way up there. Okay.
All right, There are 2 baseball players on the list.
All right, I'm going to need a little help with
one for who he is and the other for what he did.
One for who he is, the other for...
And they're both active, so it's not Clemens, Bonds. These are current athletes.
It's okay. It's not the guy who got suspended.
No. All right, one of these guys plays for Hickens' team, and he makes a ton of money.
Is it Juan Soto?
Juan Soto's number 9.
Wow.
Number 4 is like the face of the team that cheated in the World Series, banging on the trash.
That's the Astros.
It's Altuve.
Okay, Altuve. I wasn't going to remember
Seems a little high for Jose Altuve, but oh well. Okay, so that means the last 1, 2, 3. The last 3 You've got LeBron 1, Altuve 4, Draymond 5, Dylan Brooks 7, Patrick Mahomes 8, Juan Soto 9. I told you Cristiano Ronaldo is 10. That leaves 3 NFL players at number 2, number 3, and number 6.
Okay. Dang, number 2, hated football player.
This guy's hated. This one falls into the outside of.
What he outside of football?
Although he is a very. If he didn't have the sidebar, he might still be on there. But the sidebar is overwhelmed even what he is on the football field, and he's a Hall of Famer. My man has got to. We got to get some coffee or something.
I know, man.
Travis Kelce, boss.
Okay.
Let me do you. Yeah.
I'm just so stuck on my golf scores.
Yeah,
Man.
Travis. Travis Kelce's number 2. Number 3 is probably still enemy numero uno. He ruined his career or ruined his reputation.
Oh, is that Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers is on there. He's 6.
Okay.
He hasn't ruined all that yet. This other dude literally ruined everything that was in his life. He ruined his career. He ruined his reputation. I think he may have recently did he? I don't know.
It sounds like Antonio Brown.
No, it's number 3. He was too good a guy before to be Antonio Brown. It's that big of a fall.
Okay.
It's like that big. He went from way, way, way highly respected and liked to like scourge of the league, suspended for a whole year. Deshaun Watson.
Oh, yeah. How could I forget about
it's
Deshaun?
too easy. If this were the snakes and spiders challenge.
Right in my face.
You'd have got bit. Yeah. So there you go. I don't think I made you feel better. I jumbled it all up there in your brain, and then you went cockeyed. All right, let's get back to the golf that we've now. Well, we've pretty much made well known that ET does indeed finish last. We'll get to that a little bit later this morning. But as for the golf, I don't care who you are. You were rooting for Tommy Fleetwood, weren't you? I mean, what a story. We should have seen this one coming. And it could not have played out any better. They caught him, and then he pulled ahead again. And this time, nope, you're not coming back. And let's let everyone else. Oh, who's that? The number 1 player in the world? Oh, did he jack it into the water on the par 3? Oh, wait, I thought he was unassailable. I thought he was going to win. I thought I was a choker. Oh, no. Well, here, let me just rifle one up there on the green, and we'll take care of things, and we'll win this thing going away. And so Tommy Fleetwood, he didn't sneak in. He didn't backdoor. Put a big old exclamation point on a couple of really bitter, hard-to-swallow defeats. Give this man credit for perseverance, huh? How many of us can just get beaten down and come back this quick? Just wipe yourself off the mat. Get up off the mat, wipe yourself off, and get right back in there, man. And that's what Tommy Fleetwood did. Listen, these 2 collapses have come late summer. There have been guys that happens a couple of times, and then you miss a cut, and then we'll see in a couple of years maybe. So for Tommy Fleetwood to have to awful taste in his mouth of just blowing these leads down the stretch, these final round leads to take another five. And don't forget, by the way, he had lost the lead on Saturday, grabbed it back. Came in Sunday, got into a tie for lead, grabbed it back. And this time he just finished down the stretch. I loved his reaction. He didn't cry. He didn't fall to his knees, weeping and sobbing. He was happy. We did. In fact, his stepson came out, and he was getting choked up. And Fleet was like, "You all right, man? You all right?" And high fives and hugs from the Justin Roses and Shane Lowry's. And when he was asked about it, just in complete, control of his emotions, able to just be the everyman that Tommy Fleetwood has been. He's been remarkably popular, hasn't he? And you know why? It's the grace with which, listen, he didn't quite now, if he had never won, he would have. He never quite reached that lovable loser. Did he, E? You rooted for him. And gosh, it was hard to watch him, the disappointment, but it didn't get him down. He just looked at it. The more times you put yourself in contention, then you're going to get one. And, buddy, did he get a big one? His first win, his only win, and he's the FedEx Cup champion. Thanks, by the way, to a revamped. What would he see? 18. Scheffler was 14. He probably would not have won. Probably would have lost by a shot if it were the old days. By the way, the dirty little secret is, and they kind of told us that they split up all that cash, man. You know what? So instead of $25 million, if you finish first on the points list, you got the higher proportion of the pre-tournament cash. So yeah, don't cry for Scotty Scheffler, who is the player of the year and seemed to win just about everything he looked at until this weekend, and an uncharacteristic fold down the stretch, and really for Scheffler, he had made his way all the way back in, and then on the par 3 15th, he, and that's that hole that played super long at times this week, but he tugged it left, made a double bogey, and sandwiched between two birdies. If that double bogey was a birdie, that's a 3-shot difference, and he still would have fallen one short of Tommy Fleetwood. So good for Tommy Fleetwood, closing it out. Gets a big, huge paycheck. Gets all kinds of security, tour card wise, moving forward, and just it was fun to watch him. I found myself watching a lot of the golf this weekend. I did watch the college football Saturday as it got kicked off. Man, didn't take long for these coaches to go into full "what in the world are you doing" mode. There weren't many watchable games on Saturday, but I did watch the watchable. All right? And what I saw disgusted me. Hey, Chris Kleiman, Kansas State, what on God's green earth are you doing? If a coach can dumb decision his team out of, now hear me out, potentially a playoff spot by doing what Chris Kleiman, the Kansas State head coach, did on Saturday afternoon, then good. You deserve it. Let me reset the scene for you here. Kansas State trails Iowa. Iowa State has just kicked a go-ahead field goal with 10 minutes to go. Now, this game's being played in Dublin, but this is a Big 12 game. We know what that Big 12 is, right? Last year, a 4-way tie. Arizona State and BYU and Colorado and maybe even Iowa State last year. I'm not sure. But, it's wide slap open now. Anybody can win it. And a game like this is going to be big, I bet you, when we get to November. Because somebody from the Big 12's got to go to the playoff. And it could very well have been one of these two teams. Could be one of these two teams. I wonder if it'll be Kansas State, because with 10 minutes to go, they kick off. Kansas State gets the ball. First down, penalty. Now they're 2nd and 20 at their own 11. Pass complete for 17. 3rd and 3 at their own 28, ET. There's 9 minutes to go in the game. You're down 3. 3rd and 3. It's a 2-yard gain. ET, there are 8.5 minutes to go. You're down 3. Yeah. It's 4th and 1 at your own 30-yard line.
You got to punt.
You make the call. What? Why?
Crazy.
What are you doing? Punt the ball and play defense. It's not like Iowa State's just been going up and down the field. It's a sloppy track in Dublin. I mean, come on, man. So, sure as sugar, Iowa State scores a touchdown. You know what makes it worse? Iowa State kicks off, ET. Kansas State, first play, touchdown. Instead of having a lead or by one or tie by playing, I don't know, just by the book football. And thus the game, Iowa State gets it. They play keep away, hold it for 60 yards. And Iowa State wins it 22-17, I suppose. Kansas State was a slight favorite in that one. But, hey, Chris Kleiman, man, good grief, dude. Hey, coaches, stop going 4th down inside your 30 ever for any reason, unless there's absolutely no time and no time. I mean, what are you doing, man?
Playing video games.
That's just dumb. All right, But wait, there's more. Now, this one is not as egregious as that, but it's still. I got another one that makes you wonder. Now, you did coach football. I mean, you did play for a long time, right? Not a good look for the ACC, by the way, or maybe it is if you're planning on playing. Frank Reich and the Stanford Cardinal. Yeah, see, Frank took Stanford out to Hawaii, known football power. And Stanford doing exactly what they should. They had they built a lead, but Hawaii, they've got a good freshman quarterback. They were able to get like they're coached by Timmy Chang, the former Hawaii quarterback. And so Hawaii is up 17-13 after 3. Stanford gets a touchdown, so they take a lead with about 9 minutes to go. All right? Well, Hawaii ends up with they're down 20-17. Stanford, with 2 minutes to go, they get the ball 8:34. They got a drive going. They get down about 6 minutes to go. They've got it first and 10 at the Hawaii 24 with a 3-point lead. Michael Ford is running for 2. He's running for 6. He's running for 17. So, of course, on the road with a 3-point lead, 6 minutes to go, we're going to pass. Oh, well. Pass picked leads to a field goal. Now there's 3:57 when they get the field goal, so it's tie. They give the ball to Stanford. I'm getting there. Stanford 3 and out. They got a punt. They punt it to the Hawaii 28-yard line. So Hawaii's got the ball on the 28, right? Stanford's got 3 timeouts. Hawaii drives the length of the field and kicks a field goal with no timeouts, with no time left on the clock. Stanford's got 3 timeouts. Make it make sense. Oof. Rough start to the coaching weekend. Hear from the Jaguars head coach when we come back. You're listening to The Drill. We're live inside the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Start the season with a college football storm. The Hurricanes and Fighting Irish. Tradition, talent, and touchdowns. Miami, Notre Dame. Sunday night at 7:30 on Jacksonville's college football station, 1010XL.
At Keon Atlantic, the savings are back in session. You'll just need to follow these simple rules to make the most of your back to school. Step 1, switch out your car for an upgrade. Step 2, drive a new Kia starting at $20K. Step 3, make no payments for a whole 90 days. Hurry in to start back to school in a big way. Online at KeonAtlantic.com. Keon Atlantic, your coastal Kia connection. For complete details, call 904-250-0587.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at Cleaning Freaks at Zero Res. Great time of the year to get your house Zero Resified. And right now, you can get your entire home clean from Jacksonville's Ultimate Carpet Cleaner. You'll get 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $135. Plus, they're throwing in a free hallway and take $100 off the air duct cleaning. Schedule your appointment at ZeroResJacksonville.com or call 287-5727 and ask for the 1010XL special. Zero Res, spelled backwards or forwards. It spells the same. Zero Res.
Zero Res.
Did you know that for every inch of rain on a 2,000 square foot roof, 1,500 gallons come off the eaves of the roof? Call Clearwater Seamless Gutters and Drainage, and we'll design a plan using our Clearwater Seamless Gutters, and we'll connect those gutters to a Clearwater drainage system to solve your erosion and standing water issues.
Clearwater Seamless Gutters. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at gutters.
And drainage, too.
SeamlessGuttersJacksonville.com.
XL Primetime is back weekdays noon to 2, and on Wednesdays, join Dr. George Bari at 1:20 for the latest in sports injuries from all the big names in the game. Make sure you catch Dr. George Bari on XL Primetime Wednesdays at 1:20 on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
When you need a mechanic you can trust, visit AA Automotive on Richard Street. For oil changes to complex repairs, AA Automotive is a full-service repair shop for personal and commercial fleet vehicles. Trust AA to keep your ride running A-OK.
If you're 35 to 75, you could get life insurance today. No medical exam needed. I'm Cody with Harborstone Financial. One call could protect your family for life. Call me today, 904-885-9566.
Hey, Jacksonville, DDH. Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your national builder of the year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% and homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit dfhsalesevent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
Hey, gang, it's football season, and I don't know a bunch about chips and dip, but I know this. If you got chips and you need dip, and if you need dip, let me tell you the dip for your chips. It's Daisy French Onion Dip. You'll love the new Daisy French Onion Dip and a Daisy Ranch Dip as well. Game changers. These are delicious as homemade dip, made with real herbs and spices and other ingredients you'd find in your own kitchen. You've got to try the dip of deliciousness. Look for Daisy French Onion Dip at a grocery store near you.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
So if you were thinking you had a bad weekend, you can look at the video of Daniil Medvedev playing in the U.S. Open tennis tournament last night, taking on some cat from France. And Medvedev just acted like a 7-year-old. It's kind of a funky rule in tennis. It started the whole thing, but then he just acted the ass.
He crashed out?
I mean, it's just not cool, bro. The other guy's trying to win a tennis tournament. I know you're, really not into that at the moment, but what happened was the guy trying to pull the upset, I think it's Bonzi. I think it's how you say his name, or Bonzi, Bonzi. We'll just call him Bonzi here, like Bonzi Wells.
Bonzi Wells.
So Bonzi Wells is trying to, he's got match point. He's up 2-0 on Medvedev, who won the U.S. Open, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, but his skills have fallen off. He's had an awful year in the Grand Slams. But anyway, I digress. He's serving for the match, okay? And so his first serve is a fault. And then as he gets ready for the second serve, a photographer, this old dude, poor guy's had his credentials stripped, by the way, he ambles onto the court. He comes out of the tunnel. I guess he thinks the set's over or something, so he comes out. After now, as the first serve missed, none of this has happened yet. And then as Bonzi is getting ready to take his second serve, that's when the photographer comes out of the tunnel and literally onto the tennis court. Well, I guess by rule, if you haven't completed your service game, you get to go back to your first serve if there's an interruption. Well, Medvedev wasn't having it, and he went, and he was, yelling at the ref. He got the crowd going. This poor Bonzi's just trying to win a U.S. Open match, and he ends up blowing the match point, and Medvedev actually wins a set before ultimately, actually he won 2 sets. He won a tiebreaker, and then another set 6-0. But Benjamin Bonzi eliminated him. And then Medvedev proceeded to go over and sit down on his bench. And, again, this is where the bad day part comes in. And just pounds this tennis racket into oblivion. Like the old rock stars that would take the guitar and just shatter it.
Yeah.
That's what my man Medvedev did to that. Racket after the match. I mean, it's like they snuck into the night and had a NASCAR race at Daytona this weekend,
Did they?
They kind of got past the goal. Did you know we had a NASCAR Sprint Cup race?
I did not.
You didn't know that, right?
No.
Wasn't that kind of all quiet like?
Very.
I'm sorry, NASCAR fan, don't yell at us. But yeah, the 400, listen, once they moved it off July 4th, I guess I've lost track. The prodigal son returned for a mid-August race down in Daytona. Good thing they left the heat of July 4th for the coolness of what? Oh, never mind. But yeah, they raced a Saturday night at Daytona. I checked out a little bit of that. I watched a lot of sports this weekend. Chasing the Wampus around. We had a lot of, gosh, it's fun too. I ain't gonna lie. Ryan Blaney, though, is your winner. Since you didn't know they raced at Daytona this weekend, I thought I would tell you that. By the way, the U.S. Open in that story kind of caught me off guard. It was odd. A Sunday start for the U.S. Open. And they'd added that weird mixed doubles, round robin, some sort of weird format. I never did even try and figure out what they were doing late last week, I guess, to start the U.S. Open tournament overall. But some adjustments there in the schedule, I guess, to get us all interested. Did it work? I didn't even know they were starting on Sunday, so there's that. All right, Liam Cohen and his football team have seen all they can see. They'll do some, I'm sure some roster manipulation here in the next couple of days. Got to have it down to 53 by Tuesday. But I guess just bottom line, how do you feel, Coach? 3 preseason games up next. It's for real.
Yeah, we still got to continue to get better. There's no doubt. We cannot waste a single moment, second, minute, practice, walkthrough, meeting cannot be wasted. We need to improve. And from now until Carolina, there needs to be continued improvement. But I am proud of this team and the way that they compete, the physicality in which they play with. I think if we can start there and have that as a standard that continues to show up every time we compete, I'll live with that. We got to obviously execute better in certain situational moments and have some guys make some plays, in some moments. But I am pleased with where we're at from that standpoint.
Listen, the following statement is not true. It's just kind of like this comes from the shadows of fandom. But why does it seem like with these guys that are playing for their livelihood in the third and fourth quarter, why does it seem like they're getting after it and making more plays than the, quote, competitions we have for starting jobs? Seems like that competition for a plate of food seems to motor up and drive. In this case, what a successful night by the defense. Give all those young guys that aren't going to be around credit. There are going to be a lot of guys that are left around that we sure would love to see that enthusiasm and that success. And it sure looks like when it comes to the competition that coaches crave, it still seems that the guys that are guys know that they're guys. It was refreshing to even in a meaningless preseason game, the Jags lost by, 8 points, to see a lot of those young, many cases undrafted, young players have a lot of success, in some cases against the first team defense. So here is Liam Cohen on, man, it does give you some pride to see that effort that the guys who many of them know won't be on this team were given.
Yeah, I was, like I just told them, very proud to be their coach in terms of the way that these guys continue to compete, the effort, the physicality. I thought they played specifically on the defensive side of the ball, very well. A couple, you got your 3rd and 4th and 16 that we give up, which is a little disappointing in a situation where you end up giving up points. But against their first defense, I thought our guys that were in the game played against their first offense, competed really well, made it hard on them early on and really made it hard on them to kind of move it all night.
Yeah, let's see if it made it hard on some of the roster decisions. Again, like those first quarter sacks by B.J. Green, those are, I don't know, they carry a little bit more weight because you're playing against first teamers, right? So that means a little bit more. Those early, those I guess plays, those moments that were made by those young defenders in the first half, the first quarter. I mean, that's Tua, that's Jalen Waddle, that's 4 of the 5 starting offensive linemen. And Dolphins didn't score. There was 11 to 12 minutes to go in the first half, and it took a 4th down conversion to do that. But you got a couple of rookie free agent signees, Danny Strigal and B.J. Green. Yasir Abdullah made another play I saw. So, yeah, you had 5 rookies pick up sacks, and then a 6th by Yasir Abdullah. So certainly guys playing for their livelihood. Whether or not it'll be here in Jacksonville, I guess for at least temporarily, we find out tomorrow afternoon, 4 o'clock. Back with a football fix. You're listening to The Drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
This is Brent Musburger's VSiN Action Update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Rays $1.29 dog today at the Guardians. Ian Seymour for Tampa Bay. Tanner Bybee for the Guardians minus 157. 8 over the total. Spencer Strider 5-11, a 5.24 ERA. $1.27 road favorite as the Braves visit the Marlins plus 104. 8 under at Lone Depot Park. Sunday, September the 7th at Everbank Stadium. Jaguars will open the season laying 3 against the Carolina Panthers. 46.5 the total. Florida State hosting Alabama Saturday at Doak Campbell Stadium. Crimson Tide, the 13.5-point road favorite. 50.5 the total in Tallahassee.
I'm Matt Pauley. This has been your action update on 1010XL.
Got a clogged drain that just won't quit? It's time to bring in the pros. Duck Duck Rooter.
I called Duck Duck Rooter for a clogged kitchen drain. They showed up fast and had it cleared in no time. No mess, no stress.
We've seen it all. Grease clogs, hairballs, mystery goo from the deep. Whatever's blocking your pipes, we'll get it flowing again. Call 904-862-6769 now to schedule your drain cleaning service. That's 904-862-6769 or online at duckduckrooter.com. When you're stuck, call the Duck.
Guys, want a golf course fairway quality lawn? TopDressing.com just landed in Jacksonville with the golf course secret for St. Augustine grass homeowners. A patented process that aerates and turns your turf into a fairway stunner. Serious golf course technology, but in your yard. Less water, tighter cuts, total neighborhood domination. No one else scores a perfect 10 lawn. Hit TopDressing.com now. You will own the block. Top dress your yard like the pros with TopDressing.com.
Frank Frangie here for Coyle & Sons Fencing. Jacksonville is full of memorable sports memories. Remember Morton Anderson missing a chip shot field goal that launched the Jags into the playoffs in 1996? You know who doesn't miss? Coyle & Sons Fencing. If you're in the market for a new fence, I recommend calling Coyle & Sons today at 904-356-4821. That's 904-356-4821. Or visit CoyleJacks.com. That's C-O-Y-L-E, Jacks.com. Coyle & Sons, keeping your business and home safe for nearly a century.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
I'm Frank Frangie. I told you my daughter Amber has tried Awaken 180. Man, has it worked. You ready for this? After 3 weeks and change, she's lost 22.5 pounds. You should give it a try. 844-346-1800 or visit awaken180weightloss.com.
You've got a lot on your plate. The last thing you need is car trouble. At Maxie's Mechanics, we help you keep your cars, trucks, and SUVs running safely. Visit MaxieAutoRepair.com today for honest service, reliable repairs, and peace of mind for you and your family.
I'm Frank Frangie, and I just got back from the farm at Okefenokee. Man, it's incredible. Just an hour north of Jacksonville and Folkestone. I was so impressed. It's about connecting with nature, with food, with community. And now you can own your very own handcrafted cabin tucked into a 1,000-acre regenerative farm. Everything you need is there. You'll hardly need to go grocery shopping. Learn more about all of it at okefarm.com. That's OKEfarm.com. The farm at Okefenokee.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Hey, school's in session, and here's today's lesson. We have hundreds of certified vehicles to choose from, starting as low as $89.99. Plus, they come with a 7-year, 100,000-mile peace of mind warranty and free oil changes. That means you and your soon-to-be drivers will be protected. Plus, every purchase allows us to fund teachers' projects for the entire school year. Your next assignment, get to Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine, Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville, or Beaver Mitsubishi in St. Augustine. We're here to wow you and our teachers.
Summer's winding down, and we know you want to enjoy what's left of it. But before you celebrate this Labor Day weekend, plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Celebrate responsibly and remember to drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Yeah, it's especially as your first. So many of these guys, like I told them last night, are been a part of creating our edge and who we are as a team. And so those decisions aren't easy at all, especially as a young coach doing it for the first time, really. Those conversations aren't easy. The decisions aren't easy. But I believe some guys probably helped themselves out tonight in some ways, whether it's for our team or somebody else's team. And ultimately, you want to help guys continue to further their dreams, as well as obviously make our roster as competitive as it can be.
All right, E.T., let's kick off a football fix before we get to the roster cuts tomorrow. The Jags did make a move on the roster yesterday, so fire up the band. Brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers and the home course, the Julington Creek Golf Club. I don't know what to make of this. We're going to kick this around with some implications, but I thought Fred Johnson was like pushing for a starting job around here.
I thought he was going to get some burn.
And so Fred Johnson is dealt to the Eagles for a 7th rounder. So here are the Eagles who let him go in free agency, now sending a 7th rounder to get him back. And I can only hope that their evaluation skills are fine-tuned and that we're better on the offensive line than we thought. I mean, I really thought Johnson was like, and by the way, we were, hearing McCarry hadn't played great and there's other injuries. It's curious move. Johnson just 28, signed that 1-year deal with Jacksonville earlier this year, but going back to Philly, where he won a Super Bowl a year ago. The Vikings have signed Carson Wentz. They trade Sam Howell to the Eagles, so the Eagles are, busy yesterday. Shiloh Sanders waved one day after punching a player in the Bucs-Steelers game. He plays for the Bucs. Let's see. The Cowboys are going to be releasing Lyle Collins, veteran offensive lineman, or at least a word is that they've told him they'll be doing as such. Bad look for Micah Parsons. He's laying around on the sideline. Doesn't have his jersey on. Why y'all got to do that, man?
Bro, just go in the suite, man.
Don't come out there. So. He's going to get a, quote, talking to from Brian Schottenheimer. Yeah. Let's see. Aiden O'Connell breaks his wrist. The Raiders' backup quarterback out 6 to 8 weeks. So there it is. Even more on Geno. Looks like Najee Harris is back and on track to play Week 1, according to the Chargers in L.A. That's for Football Fix. Much more pigskin talk as we enter game week for the first time this year. Includes the Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor a little bit later today as well. Hick and Arrival more come your way next. You're listening to The Drill. 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. He's nationally syndicated sports writer Matt Hayes.
And you might be.
And he's Jags beat writer Hayes Carline.
At least he got his name right.
Get more Hayes.
I gotta get me one of those.
Afternoons on 1010XL.
With Lee and Kate's Glass, you're gonna see a big difference.
Hey, it's Frank Frangie. Look, when it comes to glass needs around the home, there's one name I trust, Lee and Kate's. It's local, family-owned, and they've been part of our community since 1926. They've taken great care of me over the years, and I know they'll do the same for you. Visit LeeandKatesGlass.com.
With Lee and Kate's Glass, you're gonna see a big difference.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
If fishing is in your DNA, hop in the boat with Captain Kevin. It's the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show. Brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss and Royal Pest Services.
Thursday nights at 6
on 1010XL AM.
Welcome to the bundle event. Entering now our undisputed tag team champions, the mid-size SUV and the mid-century modern. Together with a State Farm agent, this auto and home duo are a powerful force of savings, service, and customizable coverage. Now, let's get ready to bundle.
Call State Farm agent Brandon Thomas in St. Augustine at 904-342-3459.
Availability and amount of discounts and savings vary by state.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Calling all fun-loving citizens of Northeast Florida. Freedom Boat Club needs your help. Lisa the botanista has gone missing. She left a note that said gone boating. But here's the thing. Freedom Boat Club has 4 local locations. Julington Creek, Jacks Beach, and 2 in St. Augustine. And over 400 locations across the world. That's a lot of water to cover. Is she water skiing on the Ozarks, whale watching in the Pacific, or island hopping in Spain? Or hiding right here at the Black Creek Rope Swing? Or docking at the Conch House? Wait, has anyone checked Fort George Island? Too much to do on the water. So Freedom Boat Club is offering our best discount of all time, so you can help search. You simply make your reservation, show up, and have fun. I gotta go. I'm hopping on a boat to the fish camp for live music and lunch. Maybe I'll find the botanista there. Or better yet, maybe you'll join us with the best discount ever and enjoy boating made simple. Don't blame us when you start playing hooky too. Visit freedomboatclub.com.
At Performance Painting, we've spent decades protecting commercial properties with durable, long-lasting coatings. And we can bring the same expertise when painting the exterior of your home. With industry-leading materials and a proven process, we extend the life of your home, reducing maintenance costs and preserving its value. Now, for a limited time, save $500 when you hire us to paint your home's exterior. Just mention 1010XL. Go to performance-painting.com to schedule a friendly estimate. Performance Painting. Repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting.
Life is about choices and the decisions you make. I'm David Robbins with Epstein & Robbins. If you're convicted of a DUI, you'll have to face severe consequences. Walking through the doors of the courthouse or appearing at a bond hearing can be extremely intimidating. Without the right lawyer, you're likely to make the wrong decision. Let our team help you make the right decisions in court. Epstein & Robbins, the right choice.
Epstein & Robbins. Fighting for your rights since 1975.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. Offensive tackle Fred Johnson is headed to Philly. The Jaguars trade gave him to the Eagles in exchange for Philly's 7th-round pick in next year's draft. Jaguar GM James Gladstone takes the long view with roster moves.
So many of these guys are actually also going to play a part at some point further down the line.
That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
75 degrees at 7:01. Time and temp brought to you by Buler Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Buler.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
These coaches.
Preseason football in the rearview mirror. Yeah! Thank God. NFL, week from Thursday. Check. Woo! Labor Day weekend.
Coming up.
It's all coming. Oh, what a good time.
I'll be working Friday and Saturday night. Thank goodness for something for Monday.
What a time to be alive. It's all
Speak for
here.
yourself.
Then there's a sad story that I just learned in the break.
Yeah, I learned today, too. I thought the same thing.
Just learned in the break. But a man of integrity, a man of honesty,
valor,
will be relegated, brought to his knees one more time.
It's starting to become too normal, man. Yo.
Was it brunch last year, too? Is that what did it? The one time that you spun, or was that from, you spun twice, actually.
Yeah, I spun
One
twice.
was for March Madness. You lost that one.
It's terrible.
It's getting too common me spinning this wheel.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like every time you're a part of it, you spin.
I'd like to shout out, and I didn't hear Tommy give me any thanks, but I feel like I lifted him to, of course, championship. And
yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
I'm wondering what the 2025 Brunch with the Tour champion receives.
I mean, again, right on brand. I mean, the whole contest is about not being last until
I'm hoping that Stewart brings in all kinds of
trinkets and whatnot.
Trinkets and gifts.
He gave you, for Pete's sake, a round of golf, one of the nicest golf courses in all of America.
Maybe a new putter.
You want a new putter, dude?
Yeah. I don't know.
Scotty Cameron?
I'm just thinking out loud here.
Okay. Something else.
Run back in that gift closet, Stewart, before you come in tomorrow. Tommy Fleetwood. That was great. But let's start with the Jags.
Sure.
The Jags are done. 53-man will go. And away we go. Let's get this thing started. I could not wait to get to the end of that game. I watched the whole game. The biggest takeaway was that Fred Taylor's in the Hard Rock commercial.
Yeah, saw that. Saw that. We'll have him later
Didn't have
today.
a line, but I can't wait to ask him.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was the debut. Is it the first time I saw it? I looked up. I see Fred in the background. He's got a hat on, a nice derby hat. Looked good.
Okay.
But yeah.
You sure it was him?
Definitely was him.
Okay.
100%.
All right. Did you research it?
No.
Okay.
Did not research
All
it.
right. I remember what happened to you in Tallahassee one time.
Tallahassee. Who'd I get wrong?
Wasn't it? It was our Modell. I'm sorry.
Our
Was it the
Modell, NFL owners meetings.
Yeah, the NFL owners
Mr.
meetings.
Modell, I'm not
Yes.
him. Oh,
Yeah.
dear.
That'll happen. I hate for you to say Fred. What about him? I was like, what are you talking about? That's not me.
It may not be him, but I'm going to find out.
You're coming in with a
I'm definitely going to find out.
scoop.
But yeah, other than that, it is what it is. I don't even know what do you say about the game.
Yeah.
It's such a disgrace for the National Football League. It really is. It really is.
They're using the problem is in theory it's fine. It's an exercise. It has a place.
Yeah.
Every team gets to see guys play in positions to help, but it just shouldn't be paid for by fans to watch. It's no more than practice at this stage. The only football thing that I take out of it, I think the only thing that can be applied to a football element or angle is the young guys on defense that did well in the first quarter were doing it against the same offenses that our first team defenders don't seem to be having the same success again. I found that to be curious.
And in fact, I think I commented on Twitter, the passion.
Yeah.
Some of the fellas ought to play with that type of passion when they're playing.
Right.
Some of our guys. But Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Aaron Rodgers, Josh Allen, Jared Goff, Dak Prescott, Baker Mayfield, Michael Penix, and Matthew Stafford. What do they have in common? None of them played in the preseason. Interesting. Young, old, veteran. A mishmash. Now, I would suspect that if the Falcons play poorly week one offensively, one of the thoughts would be, why didn't Michael Penix
I guess
play?
here's the
Has he earned that right? It's very odd. I don't know the story behind it.
Here's the other side of that. And my gut or my deduction tells me that Michael Penix playing a series in any of these games wouldn't matter a lick when it got to the regular season.
Maybe,
if you're playing guys, if you need to get him ready, you're going to play him into the second quarter, which some do. Tua did. I mean, Mahomes may have.
If Jacksonville looks rusty at all, or falls behind 14-0 and comes up short in game one, I will feel like that had them not playing factored in. It's 3 weeks since those guys played, and they didn't play a lot. I think about Trevor Lawrence in the offense have not been on the field maybe, 3-4 series the whole preseason?
In those practice games, yes.
Yeah.
I think they're taking all of their evaluation from what they're seeing in their work.
So suddenly that's just as important as games. Everyone has always told us
the games.
it's much different
because
games.
of what you said at the beginning means this is an apples and oranges conversation. There is no game for them to be playing in. That's the point.
What do you mean there's no
game? There's no games. There's no NFL games. There's practices going on with uniforms. So to what end? To what result?
Well, it'll be interesting. I don't know. Look, everybody makes their decision and totally respect it, and we'll see. But I do think.
I think if we look rusty, it's because we're the same old sloppy rusty unit.
I would disagree.
Yeah, I just don't know if a little bit of sparse playing time.
Well, it wouldn't have been a little bit. How about a half? How about you play a full half?
Nobody does that, so you can't ask our team to do it.
That's not true. Absolutely. There's starters who play.
In today's age, somebody played a team, not a player or two. I mean, like the team.
Yeah. I think the best quarterback in the NFL played against in the third preseason. It was interesting that some played in the third week and some didn't.
Burrow plays a bunch, and Mahomes plays a bunch. And
Burrow played a bunch for the first time this year in hopes of getting a quick start. There's a lot going on. Which, by the way,
I got you.
Then why would Burrow play so much if it doesn't matter?
Okay, then I guess the other side would be this. If the Jags come out and score 44, then we need to definitively declare the other, that it never means anything. You see what I'm saying? That's the danger.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And I think
the danger.
By the way, I think that's true.
Yeah.
More so than the other way.
Yeah. I got you.
Just concerning watching the game. But, listen.
I don't like to drop a bunch of offensive plays and get 86 passing yards. I don't care if I'm coaching a high school team against the Florida Gators. I mean, you still did all this and nothing. I mean, granted, it was players that don't matter, but I'd still like to do something offensively. It was as good as the defense was. The offense was that bad. Again, with third and 14 players, in some cases against starters.
Yeah. Not a lot of yards were.
So they trade Fred Johnson. I was a little bit curious.
Yeah, I think what that tells me, and I don't know, I'm simply speculating, is that Cole Van Lanen will be ready earlier than we had thought, maybe. So
did they trade for him after the Van Lanen injury?
He's the
what the time? No. Yeah, it was before.
No.
It tells me that they're better offensive line than we think they are, and they like the O-line more than we think they do, and that whatever insight or little bug was telling us here in the media that Fred Johnson was pushing for a starting job was not being honest. You don't go from pushing for a starting job to trade it for a seventh rounder on a team that has had terrible offensive line play the last few years.
Yeah, I think that, and I think we've all said this, that I don't know how good the offensive line is, but I think that the depth is much improved to the point that it can be more interchangeable without them missing a beat. Now, that may be because the front five aren't great, so the next five are capable, but this offensive line, this group of 9 or 10 that they will keep, to me is, and again, I'm not an expert, but from what I hear, what I see, much better than the group of 9 or 10 that they had last year.
Well,
you see what I'm saying?
Wouldn't at least part of that description and that opinion be because of a guy like Fred Johnson is part of that group?
Yes.
Yeah. And so now he's not.
Well, because Cole Van Lanen is going to take
who's back from the from last
I think
year.
they value him.
And then they had
I'm guessing.
They have a rookie, don't they have like a 7th round offensive lineman? Did they draft an O lineman?
Yeah, Monheim. Monheim.
Steamroller.
He is the kid from USC who can play center and guards, and
I'd be wondering.
They like him. They like how he's looked.
I would be wondering if Travis Etienne would be on the trade block here for the next couple of weeks, only because not for any lack of his of what he might be. I don't think it's indicating, oh my gosh, he's done. But because of the other three, I think all four have had pretty good camps.
Let's say you trade Travis Etienne, though.
You got Bigsby and two.
You're going to turn around and suddenly count on 2 rookies and Bigsby. I mean, that's a big leap of faith that 2 rookies in week 1 at the running back spot are going to be ready. I think that Etienne obviously has played well this camp. That I think Etienne has. I don't know if he's won them over.
He seems to be getting the. But like anytime you can make the stance of who is the starter, it's been him.
Yeah, I think he's maybe going in versus where they are now. Maybe Etienne has improved his where he stands with those guys.
I guess what's curious.
I don't think he's going to get traded this week. And I could be wrong. I think they go into Carolina with Etienne, Bigsby, and the 2 rookies. That's what I think. Now, one of them probably won't dress or sit.
I guess the only reason that I agree with you. Mm-hmm. And by the way, I would keep him. We don't have enough good players to be getting rid of good players.
Right.
If he's good still.
Fair.
But that LaQuinn Allen has the skill set of like what you have the veteran there for, and i.e. he can pass protect.
Yeah.
And so if you have a guy, that's usually the knock on the young guys. The reason you don't go to them early is not because they can't hit the seam.
Right.
It's because of the pass protection and picking those things. So it makes me wonder that like those 3 guys combined would be a hell of a back. You got the banger in Bigsby, you got the explosiveness in Tootin, and then you have that pass protection, that receiving ability.
And by the way, that's not good enough.
Yeah.
And this is a group of running
have a
backs.
back that has all 3. Yeah.
We need Tootin to be really good because I think we know Bigsby's got more in him, I think. But I think we know what we got. And I don't think we have great running backs by any stretch. So, but I think that overall, I agree. I think overall they like their running backs. But I mean, I don't know if we have a quote game breaker there.
To your point on the rookies, and we talk a lot about Bucky Irving and what a great job they did with him last year as a rookie. Okay, he had 11 games with double-digit carries. Okay,
right.
9 of the 11 came starting in mid-November.
Yeah.
He had the first game he had 9 for 62, but he only had 9 carries. And game 2 he only had 7 carries. A win at Detroit.
Right.
Game 3 they were still going with Rachaad White.
Yeah.
So this might be one of those deals. They're still going, but if a guy just forces and then ultimately worked his way onto the field but that was a blowout win. But really, it wasn't really till the end of the season. 13, 12, 25, 15, 16, 20, 19. That's when he became the workhorse.
Well, our Dreamfinders Homes poll question of the day brought to you by our friends at Dreamfinders Homes. They're the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars, the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and maybe soon to be the Tampa Bay Rays. Who knows? They have all kinds of great interest rates available to you throughout Jacksonville, 15 different locations.
15 of them things.
Yes, E. Come on, E. Got to get it back.
15 of them things.
Oh, don't be so down. We'll get to you in a second. Go to DreamFindersHomes.com. Tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you. They are terrific folks. They will help you navigate your home purchase. So DreamFindersHomes.com. Nobody does it better. And those homes are beautiful, man. Look at them online. You'll see what I'm talking about. Anyway, with all that said, we're here. So now that training camp is over, time to make your prediction on the Jaguars season. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, you have 4 choices, and you may pick. We have almost 600 votes. The boys are back. We're ready to roll. Win AFC South. Choice 1, win AFC South. Choice 2, meaningful games in December. Meaningful games in December. Choice 3, bad start. Schedule's tough. 7-10 at best. Choice 4, oh no. Those are your 4 choices. AFC South, meaningful games in December, bad start, 7-10 at best, or oh no.
I think they'll be playing meaningful games in December. I think the early season schedule is going to be too tough to avoid either a 1-4 or 2-5 or a start like that. But my hope is if you have the right guys, they get better under a new coach. And so, I'd say that. And again, I said my optimism tamped down a little. I'd say 8-9, 9-8, which would make those last games, even though you might be chasing 500, but still meaningful.
E?
12-5 wins the South.
That's stand tall.
That's a dub.
Stand tall.
SOUF.
Yes, that is 25.8% of you agree with it. 40% agree with Jeff. 26.6 don't like the start, and 7-10 at best. And this is noticeable and notable that only 7.6% say oh no. So not awful. Anyway, thank you to Dreamfinders Homes. You can vote on that for a couple more hours. So let's do this. We're just getting going. We got the 10-minute drill. When we come back, E'll spin the wheel. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's going to hang over him like a dark cloud. I just assumed, and again, I was paying attention to make sure I was okay, but I thought the way the weekend was going that we were all going to be okay. Yeah.
Until we weren't. Scheffler's little double bogey there on 15.
And Hovland 63 on Sunday. That guy came out of nowhere.
Yeah, he hacked all in. But on the other side, Rory played bad yesterday. So,
But
I
don't
would
feel bad.
expect Rory
Don't
to
feel
be
bad for
with
Rory. I saw him at the U.S. Open last night.
I did too.
Jumped on the private jet and right up to New York City.
Was he with anyone?
New York City. Don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah, this is the drill.
With Dan is serviced by the local family-owned company for home comfort and your statewide mechanical partner for the biggest projects, Lloyd's Heating and Air.
A shout out to the big dumper, who's now hit more home runs than any catcher in the history of Major League Baseball, which, by the way, is a pretty cool thing. And then thinking about that, nobody's ever hit more than Cal Raleigh's 49. He's got 49, and we still have 5 weeks left in the season, so who knows? And by hitting those 49, pretty good stuff, by the way. He joins the likes of, A-Rod, who hit more home runs at third base and shortstop than anyone ever. Mark McGuire, who hit more home runs at first base, 70, than anyone ever. Barry Bonds, more than anyone in left field. Aaron Judge, more than anybody in center field. Sammy Sosa, more than anybody in right field. But the big dumper, 49 from the catching spot. Pretty impressive, Cal Raleigh.
The drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios, Fred Taylor is now in 1010XL's backfield.
Fred Taylor with 2 touchdowns.
Fred Taylor joins Dan and Jeff on the drill. Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins and Monahan Jewelers on 1010XL.
Fantasy draft season is here, but have you picked your lineup for clean air? Jeff Prosser here for Lloyd's Heating and Air. Lloyd's Air Duct Cleaning Services is the MVP your home or business needs. And with 50% off duct cleaning when you install a new system, there's never been a better time to draft Lloyd's. Family owned, proudly serving North Florida. Call Lloyd's today and breathe like a winner, or visit Lloyd'sHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
Hey, gang, Hicken here for my friends at Beaches Dermatology. Oh, Beaches Dermatology. Nobody does it better than those folks. They want to remind you to take care of your skin, especially in the summertime. Really year-round, though, in the Sunshine State, right? You're out there for long periods of time, man. You're working, you're playing, you're golfing, you're fishing. Man, put on that floppy hat. Get on a long-sleeve dry fit. Put on some sunscreen. Protect your skin from the sun, man, because you don't want to deal with any types of those skin cancers. Dr. Boudreaux, Dr. Metz will be there for you if you need me. Dr. Fader with the Mohs surgery. The folks over at Solana Road, as good as they come. 3 different locations to serve you, by the way. So if something does show up on your skin, don't wait. Go get it checked out. Best thing to do. Best thing to do to get it checked out, go to beachesdermatology.com. beachesdermatology.com. There you can figure out which place will service you the best. What are you closest to? What can you get to? beachesdermatology.com for all of your skincare needs.
You've probably heard the saying, it's not how hard you get hit, it's whether or not you get back up. Well, I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and I have a saying of my own. If you get hit with a personal injury or wrongful death, hit back and fight to make them pay. At Hastings Injury Law, we have the experience you want if you or a loved one suffer a car or trucking accident or wrongful death. Just call 904-HIT-BACK and we'll help you get up and hit back. Office is Jacksonville.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Listening that fits your schedule perfectly.
Absolutely brilliant.
Go on demand.
Ad-free shows after the live shows end.
How about that? Channeled by
Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning. Search where you find podcasts.
Are you trapped in a high-rate mortgage, watching your hard-earned money vanish every month? Stop right now. At Loan Pronto, they are delivering the lowest mortgage rates in 3 years. Hey, Prosser here. Loan Pronto's rate reduction home loan program is a streamlined, low-cost way to slash your house payments by hundreds of dollars a month. Lock in at a fixed rate as low as 4.99% APR and close in as little as 2 weeks. No appraisal needed in most cases. And here's the kicker. You can skip your next 2 house payments entirely. Don't wait. Rates this low won't last. Call Loan Pronto now for your free, no-obligation quote. Loan Pronto is amazing. So start now by calling 904-999-1508. That's 904-999-1508. Or visit loanpronto.com to lock in your new low rate and skip those next 2 payments. 999-1508 or loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. Subject to lender approval, NMLS, consumeraccess.org.
Elbow pain, whether acute or chronic, can make it difficult to do normal activities like playing sports, doing household chores, or even sleeping comfortably. Dr. George Barr here, and no one wants to deal with pain without solutions on how to feel better. We've all heard of tennis and golfer's elbow, but there's plenty more that can cause pain, like osteoarthritis, muscle tears, and nerve entrapment. All are treatable at Barr Orthopedics. Getting you back to full health is our mission, and there's a number of different treatment options we can offer. Call us today or visit barrorthopedics.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. And now, let's light up the Firehouse Subs 10-minute drill.
Hit it! Yeah! Yeah! We got sports concepts and rationalizations coming your way. It's a 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, we like to hand out a prize pack. He says it's razzle dazzle. Peppy, please. What are we handing out today?
I got a pair of voucher tickets to the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp as they take on the Rochester Red Wings.
Oh, some say they'll be the dead things after we handle them.
Oh, yeah. Got a 6-game home stretch.
Hey, Rochester.
Holla at your boy at the end of the 10-minute drill. Come on, somebody.
Hey, when did you start to realize that you were in trouble, or were you just under the assumption that you were fine in this?
No, I was never under the assumption.
Okay.
I was watching it. So yesterday, I sent y'all a video.
Oh yeah.
I watched Hoosiers.
Did you watch the whole movie?
The entire movie.
And okay, what's the? Hold on. Give me the review.
It ain't Forrest Gump good.
Okay. Wow.
I was expecting it to be Forrest Gump good.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
It's not.
I don't know.
I checked that off.
Different. Completely different.
No goosebumps?
No, not at all.
I got to be honest.
Jimmy Chitwood says, I'll make it.
Hey, Jimmy Chitwood is a dog. I will say that. Hey, you're not taking the ball out my hand, bro. I got y'all here. I'm taking the last shot.
Yeah, fair.
I respect that.
Jimmy Chitwood.
Well, I got taken back to my childhood this weekend, Hick. Yesterday, I suppose, although I'd be lying if I said I watched it live, but it harkened me back to the late 70s when some 18-year-olds would come over from Taiwan and beat the living hell out of our little leaguers. Yeah. Now it doesn't feel as bad because now all of these cheating little league teams have 6-foot players. There must be more 14-year-olds in the Little League World Series than there are in a middle school class in Mandarin today. I don't believe for a second that these kids are all 12 years old. Not for a second. But back in the day, back then they were Taiwan. Now they're Chinese Taipei. But back in the day, the Taiwanese would come over with it like dudes that look like they're just like off the artillery range with the soldiers.
Amazing thing about that is they said they hadn't won one since 96.
Yeah, well, that's because we started using our 14-year-olds. We'll show them.
Is that what happened?
I think so. I don't know, bro. It'd be one thing if there were one big kid on these teams, but it's getting to the point that the little 5-foot 90-pounder, there's one in the whole tournament. That used to be what Little League was.
Yeah.
So it's all. And by the way, I know officially by Little League kick, you got to live in your neighborhood to be in that Little League. You're not supposed to be able to transfer them in another way. They're cheating the system. It's just, but there's Chinese Taipei. And I see Taiwan back in the.
Yeah, they won.
They beat the heck out of them.
Yeah, they beat them pretty good.
Yeah, 7-0. I shouldn't say beat. They got runs late, but whatever.
Oh, no.
There you go.
Oh no.
That's kind of baseball Braves fans have to watch.
It doesn't get as much play when one of the foreign countries win it.
Right.
If old Lake Mary takes it home, we're off to Disney and parades and
as it should be.
Yeah.
You made some deadline moves. I think your boy Mullins got to go get that ball yesterday, Hick. You're in a pennant race. Somebody got to tell that guy we got some urgency. Did he just get fooled off the crack of the bat? Is he a poor defender?
He's not a great defender, apparently, analytics-wise, which didn't make sense because I always see these highlights of him making the catches. But it is what it is. Look, we haven't swept a series in Satan's house since it was.
I saw that
since it was Turner
in 90, and then it was like 96. It's been like 30 years since they've swept Atlanta in Atlanta. That's crazy.
You don't go down to Satan's place and
you settle down
and win those games with all those
bringing in Beelzebub
devil worshippers.
We're 12 games under. Just leave us alone, man. Go do your business.
But
got the Phillies tonight. We got the Marlins, just as it should be.
We got the Phillies. What about the Marlins? Good interview. I'll play it for you later. With the Marlins relief guy pitched the 9th inning. He's a weirdo. And then I liked how the guy who interviewed him played it off. He did a nice job. So I'll give you a little of that a little bit later. That was pretty cool. Made me chuckle out loud.
Okay.
But yeah, Cal Raleigh 48-49. Oh, by the way, speaking of sweeps, the Red Sox were trying to sweep the Yankees at the stadium. They hadn't done that since 39.
Right.
1939.
A four-gamer.
A four-gamer.
Yeah.
So that was...
Yankees are a mess. New York teams continue to...
Yeah. Well,
struggle.
It is what it is.
From where they were. That's why I say not like... if you've been all year sitting here 6-8 over 500, then whatever. It is what it is. But both teams had healthy margins at one point. But what about the Reds? Where are they? You pulled ahead of them.
Reds lost 2 out of 3 this weekend, which was good.
Right,
so we're a game and a half up on them. But
you play them by any chance?
Yeah.
Oh.
We got them left. They go to the Dodgers.
Well, enjoy all that stress. I'll be living stress-free. All my stress will be involved with football.
Yeah.
The college coaches were in midseason form. Nice to see both Frank Reich and this Chris Kleiman. This Kleiman takes the cake. Your team could go to the playoffs with this win.
I didn't know it was Farmageddon. The best thing about the Kansas State-Iowa State was after the game when dad and brother of the quarterback of K-State got in a fight with each other. And it's on videotape. So
I missed that.
Yeah. Avery Johnson, I believe. Is that the quarterback's name?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay, so, by the way, he's the cat that they went with and sent Will Howard packing, and Will Howard went to Ohio State and won a national championship.
Correct. That's right.
Maybe you want to give Will one more year, but I guess you were thinking.
By the way, Kansas, I watched them win, and they got not Jaden, but Jalen Daniels, who was the Big 12 player of the year a couple years ago. He got hurt.
Yeah, he's back.
He was fantastic the other day. Look out for them and that easy to win. The point with this, okay, first the Kansas State, but then this cannot be underplayed. What an idiotic decision. Do you know what happened?
Like going for it on 4th down?
Bro, there's 8 minutes to go in the game. You're down a field goal. It's 4th and 1 at your own 30. You do not go for it.
I didn't know that they called that game Farmageddon.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd heard that before. I heard that just a couple of years ago.
But anyway.
To be honest with you, I would have said that was Iowa State.
So, Avery Johnson's dad.
I don't get it.
And his brother are outside the stadium after the game. And they are beating the hell out of each other.
Fist fighting?
Yeah.
Yes. Bro, what kind of dad, what kind of father-son relationships fist fight?
I thought it kind of likened me to
What is going on?
It would be like me and Drew at Brooksy's game.
I'm going to say I'm going to go ahead and tell you it's not his fault. Avery Johnson, the quarterback, cannot be successful. Yeah, I mean, it's not his fault. Whatever he does from this point forward, that kid can't be right. If you come from a situation where it is even possible beyond theory that your dad and your brother will be throwing fisticuffs, having a fist fight, you got no chance. That is a rough place to come from.
They're rolling around.
That is rolling around. Are you having it in there, E?
I can get it.
I gotta say, I've never heard of such a thing.
Quote, "We have apologized to our immediate and extended family and now extend our apologies to K-State University, its alumni and fans. We regret this incident, have learned from it, and are committed to ensuring it doesn't happen again. Please accept our deepest apologies." I got to think the Brown Water's involved somehow.
Well, sure.
Right?
How old is the son?
Son's grown.
Grown man.
Well, I figured. I didn't think,
man.
No, I didn't think it was a child. I thought he was a grown man, but is he like 30 or, I mean, and is Avery Johnson the dad? Is he a former athlete or?
These are all questions that are fair.
Yeah,
but no,
I got you. But I want to be sure.
The oldest son,
I want to be clear. It's not the Avery Johnson from San Antonio.
No.
That's not his dad.
No.
Yeah.
Avery Johnson, brother Anthony Johnson.
Sure.
And Pops.
Here you go, Jeffrey.
Right.
Mark Johnson.
I got to go in there and watch this.
Got into a brouhaha.
Can we get some reasons? What do you got from the scene?
And, boy, when it came out, someone in the crowd around the pair says, "Anthony, this is as embarrassing as bleep." By the way, Avery had a decent game in playing in the loss. I thought Kansas State was the better team, but, yeah, in the end, no, give credit to Iowa State. Rocco Becht. Rocco Becht's dad is Anthony Becht. I can report that he did not get into a fight if he has another son, of which I don't know. But, yeah, father, son.
Rolling around,
just beating the hell out of each other. It was terrific. Terrific stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seen the video, ladies and gentlemen. My favorite part.
Don't talk to me about football. You talk to me about the fight afterwards.
My favorite part is when Pops is like on top and they're trying to get him off, and both men's arms are somewhat being held. And Pops is going UFC, and he's like rabbit punching him, trying to get a few extra ones before they get him off. That's your son.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, as a throng of humanity is pulling you apart, you look at each other and realize, oh, wait.
What are we doing here?
Yeah, that got to be brown water related, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah, ain't no gummies leading to that behavior either, E.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you should be hungry and happy and moving
chilling.
slow.
You're
That's
slow.
what they be doing.
Right.
Yeah. That brown water then. No, but yeah, Kansas State's coach, though, with 7, this could literally be cost you the playoff. And I'm not trying to be dramatic, but this is a conference where the teams were so similar. Losing to Iowa State there is going to be. By the way, I'm assuming that's a Kansas State home game, or did they just drop a year because that's they got ripped off there too?
Oh, I don't know. It was Kansas State the home team?
Well, I mean, they were wearing the home, so I don't know if maybe the league, they'll still be the home team next year or how that worked. But, man, give up a home game. Again, the Big 12's so weird, Hick. Like, anyone could win the Big 12.
Yeah.
Like that was proven last year. 4 teams that you wouldn't have thought had any chance were the 4 tie that went into the, ultimately into the playoff that Arizona State won. Wasn't Iowa State in that game last year? Arizona State beat Iowa State, didn't they?
Yeah. The 24-21 final was the same score as Georgia Tech and FSU the year before in Dublin. So
yeah, upsets
throw that at you
each way.
Yeah, and then
I may have had Mrs. P fire up the Hard Rock app there, and just pre-kickoff, we went ahead and took Iowa State, and we didn't take the 2.5, Hick. We took them on the money line. We call that ching, baby.
Ooh, that was a hard.
We just went money line. And he was saying, hey man, if we think they're going to cover 2.5, we think they're going to win. It'll be
straight cash home.
Yeah, straight cash. A little pre-Friday 5-pack primer.
All right, 641-1010, the number to call. Come kind, come courteous, come correct. E, one more time. What are they going to take home?
A pair of voucher tickets to the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. The Shrimp are at home this week in a 6-game series against Rochester Red Wings, that is. All you got to do is
Dead things, E.
All you got to do is hit me up at the end of this 10-minute drill, at the end of this thing, to get you a pair of tickets. 904-641-1010. Come on, somebody.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Denny Thompson here. Look, don't get left in the dark. We're all trying to reason with hurricane season, so at least be prepared. For top-of-the-line generators in Jacksonville, I turn to Tyson. Licensed pros at Tyson deliver reliable, whole-home standby generators and provide fast repair service. They even do custom installations for local businesses, so don't wait. Ensure seamless installation and peace of mind. Call Tyson now, 904-762-1000 for a free estimate on generator services. TysonInc.com.
Hey, Jacksonville, Hicken here with a game-changer look. I've tested the field. Checkmate Coatings. They're the new go-to for durable, jaw-dropping floor coatings. Better play, better results. Learn the name, Checkmate Coatings. Great folks. The owner, Jacksonville guy, Brendan, knows what he's doing, knows how to talk coatings, can tell you, take care of your garage floor, man. Give you a room with endless possibilities, man. You got to do it. You got to check it out, right? Check it out. They can do your driveway, your patio, your pool deck. I always say start with your garage and go from there. Listen, slam dunk those floors of yours. For more information, checkmatecoatings.com, checkmatecoatings.com. They're Checkmate Coatings. They're your floors missing piece.
Summer's winding down, and we know you want to enjoy what's left of it. But before you celebrate this Labor Day weekend, plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Celebrate responsibly and remember to drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Hey, school's in session, and here's today's lesson. We have hundreds of certified vehicles to choose from, starting as low as $89.99. Plus, they come with a 7-year, 100,000-mile peace of mind warranty and free oil changes. That means you and your soon-to-be drivers will be protected. Plus, every purchase allows us to fund teachers' projects for the entire school year. Your next assignment, get to Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine, Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville, or Beaver Mitsubishi in St. Augustine. We're here to wow you and our teachers.
Registration for this year's Flounder Pounder Fishing Tournament, benefiting the Jacksonville School for Autism, is now open. The best fishing tournament in the 904 is returning to Palm Valley Outdoors Saturday, October 11th. Find tournament info at flounderpounder.com. Don't want to fish? Come watch the weigh-in and enjoy the festivities at Palm Valley Outdoors at the base of the 210 Bridge. Thanks to all the sponsors and anglers for making this tournament great year in and year out.
Need protection? Call Craig and Christine Kaprosky at Goosehead Insurance. The Kaproskys are a husband and wife team committed to finding you the right coverage at the right price in just a few short minutes. For home, auto, flood, or specialty insurance, Craig and Christine Kaprosky are the answer. Craig.Kaprosky at Goosehead.com.
Bueller.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, Jason, got a minute?
Always. What's on your mind?
This time of year, my air conditioner is running non-stop. Hot all day, hot all night. It has to run constantly just to keep up.
Well, that's what they do.
But if something happens to it in the middle of a 2-week heat wave, I'm in trouble, Jason. I can't wait 3 days or 2 days or even the next day for service. If you can't get someone here today, I'm sweating by tonight. What if it breaks, Jason?
You call me, pal. That's what we do. Buler Air and Plumbing.
But you're probably swamped with calls from everyone else's AC that ran nonstop and then broke in a heat wave, so they called you because that's what you do.
But we always have room for an emergency. At Buler Air and Plumbing, we have techs standing by because we know these things happen.
So I don't need to worry. Wow. That time you calmed me down without even using the sunglasses.
Oh, I was reaching for them.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BulerAir.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I have a theory. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're live inside the DivorcemenOnly.com studios, booming and palatial.
We got ball this week.
Yeah, I have
Gators.
I have a theory. I have a theory on an aha moment yesterday that happened all across America for folks that happen to have the golf tuned in. Maybe they're tuning in early to see their local news, but they turn the golf on and it's won, and they go to interview the winner, and then his voice comes out, and they're like, wow. Because Tommy Fleetwood has that pronounced, higher pitched English accent. I firmly believe that one of the reasons that Tommy Fleetwood has been so popular all this time, I guarantee you half the people think the dude's American, E.T. First of all, he can't be English. Look at those pretty big white teeth he has. And he's got that scruff. I mean, there's never been a more American scruffy today's young golfer look than what Tommy Fleetwood carts around with his moppy, beautiful head of lettuce and scruffy look about him. And yeah, I bet you half the country didn't know he wasn't an American golfer.
Right, like especially with the name Fleetwood. I thought it was American.
Yeah.
As soon as he started talking, like, yo.
Right. I wonder how many didn't realize. Now,
I just was rooting for him because of all the disappointments.
Sure.
And it's
easy to root
hard
for.
not to root for that guy. And then you got these other no-namers who got no moxie. They can't, they find themselves up on top of the leaderboard. And sure played different on Sunday, man. I will say this, man. This isn't a shot because he's a great golfer. But Russell Henley, you got better game than what your results are, bro.
I don't know.
You're another one.
Might be peaking to
He's
get
like
up there.
number 4 in the world or something.
That
Come
might be
on,
the
man.
best he can be. I don't know. I don't know if he's good enough.
If number 4 in the world wins a major here and there, wins a big tournament here and there.
He's going to have to do it the Zach Johnson way. Hick, he doesn't hit it anywhere. He's way shorter than everybody.
No.
And now, not the. He can dial it. He did dial it up a couple times, but it hurts him. I think, especially on the par fives. But I tell you what else I appreciated about Tommy Fleetwood, man. I really did appreciate this. I appreciate his reaction at the end.
Yeah.
He didn't just lose a loved one. There was no big. That showed you more than anything how genuine he was being with, well, I'll get my chance. He didn't break down and bawl like he'd done the impossible.
Yeah.
He had fun. In fact, his stepson came out, was getting choked up. You all right, man? Did you hear him say that? You all right, man? Everything all right? And he's just happy, high-fiving and enjoying this moment.
Yeah.
So good for him. And it will open the floodgates. I don't know how big the flood will be. He'll win more. I'll tell you the second most amazing thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's been trying so long, he's only 34.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't he feel like he's 40?
Yeah. 146 PGA Tour events, I think it was.
I think it's 64 maybe.
Is it?
It's either, I don't know, 46 or 64.
I thought it was 146.
Yeah, 100. That's what I mean.
Oh, 164.
Yeah, it was either 100.
Yeah, maybe it is.
I could be wrong.
It's 100 plus.
What a way to win your first and to be the FedEx Cup champion. What a system.
They said if they had employed last year, Scotty would have won by one stroke.
He did.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that, big guy.
I told E that. I told him that.
That one hurts.
Gentlemen,
but that would have been enough. He would have survived. If Scheffler had been second, he would not have been last.
Yeah, for real.
164 on the start.
164.
Hey, gentlemen, y'all can. I always educate y'all on like things of the lingo of the culture.
Yes.
I was watching the golf this weekend, and I was like, "This is the perfect question to ask the boys because I need y'all to educate me."
Okay.
So Russell Henley, he was teeing off. I don't know which tee box this was, but he was teeing off, and then I heard this. Oh, here we go. I heard this.
Good looking shot.
Mashed potatoes. I've never heard that. I like it. What is that?
That's all. I was 25 years old. That one got recycled out and got.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, got shouted down. It got old.
Does that mean he smashed it?
No.
Buttery?
No, it's just you just
It's a
yell.
term.
Yeah, just yell things after.
Baba Booey.
Yeah,
From
you can
Howard
anything.
Stern.
Oh, so you say whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
By
the hammer of Thor. Right. They scream anything.
Yahtzee.
Right.
But that caught my attention because the kid said, mashed potatoes. I like that.
Well, mashed potatoes used to be one that they yelled all the time. That was like one of the top ones. All right, I have a before we go to break here. I have a Shazam spotlight. Sometimes you go down the craziest paths to discovery. Like you can't believe certain things to be true when you are forced to look them up. I'm watching the Braves Mets game. I think it was Friday night, and Juan Soto was up. And they're talking about he's had his last X amount of at bats when the bases loaded without a grand slam. So it made me curious. Like, I wonder who's hit the most home runs in their career without ever hitting a grand slam. Okay. What do you think the number is? Like, I'm not asking you to tell me the player. Like, on the all-time home run list, at what number of career home run does it end where they have at least one grand slam? You understand the question?
Yeah. God, I don't know. It could be grand slams guys hit. I mean, Nimmo's hit 3 this year, but the most grand slams in history, I think it's like 24.
So the most home runs without a grand slam. What do you think the number is?
In the 200s. 250.
From the hard to believe files of the Shazam Spotlight. The record for most career home runs without a grand slam is Frank Robinson's 586.
Wow, never hit one, huh?
By the way, before we get too shocked, go down on the list to 573. You'll find Harmon Killebrew.
Wow.
Never hit a grand slam.
Crazy.
Yeah, I just fell into something I thought was a pretty cool stat this weekend. That's the Shazam Spotlight brought to you by the Murray Ford Superstores.
Bad look by Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
That's on him.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't do that.
Weak, immature.
That's weak,
yeah,
dude.
You lose
I
cred. You look like a spoiled little kid that shouldn't get paid when you act that way.
Yeah, I mean, if you didn't see it, he's obviously not playing. He's laying on the trainer's table, off to himself, like
just chilling.
Just it's weak, dude. Be a pro. Come on, man. And it'll be interesting if this contract gets resolved, or if this one they go and they just and if Micah then fights back with the back injury. So something to keep an eye on going forward. We'll talk about that and more in the NFL. The NFL is done for the preseason, thank goodness.
I think the Jags should package B.J. Green II and Danny Strigal in a move to go get Michael Parsons.
All right, this is The Drill on 1010 XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Take the straightaway at 200 miles an hour.
I've been watching lap times.
Sunday at Darlington.
It's starting to close that gap a little bit.
Powered by the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234 and 1010XL.
Tired of high energy bills? Replace those inefficient windows and patio doors now. It's Renewal by Anderson's triple savings month. Get $300 off windows and $825 off patio doors. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. This offer expires August 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Hey, it's the final week of Beards Diamond's incredible free finance offer. Hicken here. This week only, make any purchase, spread those payments over 5 years without a dime in interest payments. Not just on engagement rings, gang. Earrings, bracelets, bands, colored gemstone jewelry. Buy now, pay nothing down. Spread those payments over 5 years. It's such a smart way to buy, and nobody else does it. 5 years, zero interest. You can even finance the sales tax. All GIA certified diamonds are included in this. The rounds, the princess cuts, the ovals, the pear shapes, the cushion cuts, the emerald cuts. Whether you get a $5,000 diamond or a $50,000 diamond, you can spread those payments over 5 whole years. Get the Beards Diamond unbeatable price, pay zero down, and spread those payments over 5 years. Lots of people are doing it, but time is running out. Offer ends Sunday. Will not be extended. Get down to Beards in the St. John's Town Center. Say hi to the Lupos when you go. Shop local. Shop Beards.
Hey, it's Joe C. Summer in Jacksonville means the sun is hot. The grills are fired up, and your water heater probably full of sludge.
Nah, not mine.
Think, when was the last time you flushed your water heater out? It's okay, you could say it.
Probably never.
Flushing a water heater each year improves its efficiency and extends its lifespan.
They sure don't make them like they used to.
So call Roland Reese Plumbing for a routine water heater flush out and any other plumbing needs. 260-7059 or at plumberandjacks.com. Roland Reese Plumbing.
The boys are back in the kitchen.
Don't start the barbecue without me.
Joe, Matt, and Leon give you plenty to chew on during lunchtime. Freshly baked bread from the big #1 Duvall Ford Studios.
Thank you for lunch, boys.
Noon to 2 weekdays on 1010XL.
I'm Frank Franz, and you've heard me tell you how much success my daughter Amber is having with the Awaken 180 weight loss program. But Amber, maybe it's time you should tell them.
I think they'd rather hear from you, Dad. You're the radio guy.
Yeah, but in this case, you're the one doing all the work.
But that's the thing, Dad. It doesn't feel like work. The food is great. I never feel hungry. My coach, Mary, is so good, so encouraging. If you follow the plan, Awaken 180 really works.
Well, everyone I know that's tried it has said the same thing. The result is people not only look better, but they feel better. I've kind of known you your whole life, and I can tell you feel great.
I feel better than I have in years. I love that part. I feel so good. I have Awaken 180 to thank for that.
So you heard it from my kid, and you can feel great too. Just call 1-844-346-1800. That's 1-844-346-1800, or visit awaken180weightloss.com and start your transformation today.
This is Mike Lynch, PGA Golf Professional. Take it from me. If you're dealing with an orthopedic issue, talk to the doctors at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where you're treated like a pro.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where athletes are treated like pros. Thanks to all of you who have allowed us to be part of your recovery. Call us at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists if you ever have a need.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back to the program, hurtling towards the 8 o'clock hour. We've got Freddie T coming up at 8:30 today, I believe, his scheduled appearance, so we'll be ready to go. The annual NFL Rank experts predict this season's 100 best players. Looking ahead, and so you wonder, well, okay, let's see. We got to get Josh Hines Allen, 97. That's not great. He was 43 last year. Why is he going backwards? That ain't cool. You know, I mean, we'd like to do a little bit better than 97. Our guy Cooper DeJean, 92, not ranked last year.
Oh,
which ranking?
White Lightning. 10.
Which ranking is this one?
These are predictions of who will be the 100 best players.
Oh, so this isn't like last
in the
year.
National Football League.
Who is doing this?
And where they rank. This would be brought to you by the fine folks at ESPN. Dak Prescott at 78.
How many WNBA players on the list?
So far, none.
Okay. Well, just hold on. You'll get to a couple.
I am looking for Jaguar players.
Josh Allen will be on there.
He's at 97.
Dang.
Brian Thomas Jr.'s on
BTJ will be on
Yeah.
there.
You'd like to, if Travis Hunter were the all-world prospect that we hope and think he is, he would be on the list.
If Travis Hunter was drafted by the Cowboys, he'd be on the
maybe.
list.
That's fair.
Probably. So.
Any other, although if there are no other rookies, then that's fair. But if there are any rookies, Travis Hunter should be the one.
Yeah.
Right? Is that?
I'm through the first 50. We have one guy.
Yeah. BTJ will be higher.
BTJ's 46.
That's it.
He was 20. Not ranked last year. So anyway,
he's better than the 46th. Well, if you're including defense, he's probably a top 15 offensive player. If you're playing fantasy football, he goes in the top 15 of every single draft.
Mm-hmm. Let's see who the top 10 players that they predict this year. Puka Nacua they have up at 36th. Expecting big things from Puka.
It'd be interesting to see how much Devontae Adams changes that offensive at all.
Derrick Henry at 29.
Still going.
Good player, man. Such a good player. And you know what? It's hard to be, he works so hard and, you see his workouts and stuff. All right, top 20. Brock Bowers, CeeDee Lamb, Jalen Carter, Saquon Barkley, Aiden Hutchinson, Kyle Hamilton, Penei Sewell, Fred Warner, Lane Johnson, TJ Watt, Chris Jones is 10, Micah is 9, maybe. Jamar Chase at 8, JJ 7, Surtain 6, Joe Burrow 5, Lamar Jackson 4, Myles Garrett 3, Josh Allen 2, and Patrick Mahomes 1. So we have two.
So really, that's kind of low for Chase.
Yeah.
And why Chase is behind Jefferson doesn't make a lot of sense.
And thank goodness these are just predictions. And football is a team game, but again, this goes back to where are the dogs? Sending the dogs. We need the dogs.
I would just, again, to ESPN, I don't know how, based on this year, you would suddenly put Jefferson, who's going to be playing with an unproven, untested, completely green quarterback. Why would you put him ahead of Jamar Chase, who will be back for his 10th year in a row with Joe Burrow? That makes no sense.
Yeah, that's fair.
Last year, Chase outperformed him. This year, Chase has...
They didn't just outperform him. Chase won the Triple Crown.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So now to come back and say, well, this year, that Justin Jefferson will be better with J.J. McCarthy is, well, it's dumb is what it is. So there's that. At least a little bit dumb.
Yeah.
It's amazing how in a league that is so homogenized, is so copycat, how differently teams play the preseason and the end of the game, or you rattle off all the quarterbacks that didn't play a snap. Meanwhile, you've got, Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes and others playing deep into the first half of the last preseason game. So it just, and I'm not going with, well, if the Chiefs do it, then you do it. That's not no way to run your franchise or be your identity. But it certainly, speaks to how can it hurt.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at Bill Barnwell sometimes makes me chuckle. So he's done an article about 10 trades that the NFL should make, the team should consider. And all these trades are like, yeah, sure, fine. There's a couple of them, like Trey Hendrickson, okay? But a lot of them are just like this one. This guy has sat here and come up with a three-way trade.
Where
the Giants get a 7th-round pick. The Chargers get Evan Neal and a 2026 5th-round pick, and the Cardinals get wide receiver Quentin Johnston.
So
I don't understand.
So the Giants get nothing, and they lose Evan Neal?
Yeah, who's been a disappointment.
But still, I would would you give up a 7th-rounder for him?
No.
You wouldn't? Been that bad, huh? I'd have to do my research.
Oh, no,
Yeah, 7th-rounder?
I'm not giving up a 7th-rounder for him.
Yeah. You're not giving him up for a 7th-rounder?
No.
That's what I mean. I'm saying if the Jags give up a 7th-rounder, you would do it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, just to see.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, sometimes he's... You know what's very dangerous right now, too? I hate this. Annoys the crap out of me. They'll put headlines on some of these stories like something's happened rather than it's their fanciful idea. Like I saw one, Travis Etienne traded to Saints.
What?
Yeah, and I went in there, and then about
So
four
they
paragraphs in, this was a prediction, not a okay.
Yeah.
We need a new editor here for the headlines. Just saying. All right, well, let's turn our attention to the 8 o'clock hour. We do have Fred at 8:15, so
yes,
we're gonna have to manage the game clock here a little bit and see what we can do. Get you ready for football season because it's game week, baby, and we're live inside the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios, we talk about Jacksonville because we love Jacksonville.
I was born a Jags fan, and I'm Duvall till I die.
1010XL, Duvall Sports Radio.
Jax is more than a city, beaches, suburbs, or a destination. We're a community that takes care of each other. I'm former Jaguar Tom McManus. J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling is dedicated to serving you with respect and integrity. We haul construction debris or property cleanouts for managers, owners, and realtors. We do it all. Call 506-1256 for your free estimate today. We're here for you. We're veteran-owned and operated. J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling.
Right now at Beard's Diamonds, pay $0 down and get 0 interest financing for 5 whole years. Yes, you heard it right. That $12,000 designer engagement ring is yours now for just $200 a month. This makes everything affordable. How about a $6,000 diamond eternity band, just $100 a month? Say goodbye to high interest rates. Get the relief you deserve at Beard's Diamonds. But hurry, this incredible offer ends August 31st and will not be extended. How about a $3,000 pair of diamond earrings, only $50 a month? Make any purchase and spread your payments over 5 years with $0 down and 0 interest financing. Rings, earrings, bands, bracelets, pendants, colored gemstone jewelry. Let our non-commissioned experts at Beards help you find the perfect piece of jewelry and take advantage of our best financing offer ever. Beards Diamonds in the St. John's Town Center, Jacksonville's premier locally owned jeweler. Shop now and enjoy 0 interest financing for 5 years. Hurry, this amazing offer ends August 31st. On approved credit, some restrictions apply. See store for details.
Oh, fantasy football draft season is here. Often you see your picks go up in smoke. But when it comes time to pick your source for clean air, I'll tell you where you go. Number 1 draft pick, Lloyd's Heating and Air. Lloyd's Air Duct Cleaning Service is the MVP your home or business needs. With 50% off duct cleaning when you install a new system, there's never been a better time to draft Lloyd's. Family owned, proudly serving North Florida. Call Lloyd's today and breathe like a winner or visit Lloyd'sHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Friends, we have a very special guest on the line.
The Checkmate Coatings phone line is where the action happens.
Where's the phone? Over there.
Get expert interviews and listener opinions all day, every day, from the drill all the way to Hacker After Dark on 1010XL.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys locksmith service.
How do you know that your roof is ready for the next big storm? You don't. That's why you need to call me. I'm Ronnie, the owner of Brandon Roofing. We'll assess your roof and fix those issues before they become storm disasters. Visit BrandonRoofing.com today to schedule your free roofing quote.
License number CCC 1328006.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
If you're ready to transform your yard with a fence that stands out, elevate your curb appeal with Superior Fence and Rail. Superior takes pride in offering first-class service, friendly installers, and unmatched fence products. Mention this ad and get $250 off your next project. It's time to get off the fence and call today.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah and Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Jacksonville.
Hey, gang, it's football season, and I don't know a bunch about chips and dip, but I know this. If you got chips and you need dip, and if you need dip, let me tell you the dip for your chips. It's Daisy French Onion Dip. You'll love the new Daisy French Onion Dip and a Daisy Ranch Dip as well. Game changers. These are delicious as homemade dip, made with real herbs and spices and other ingredients you'd find in your own kitchen. You've got to try the dip of deliciousness. Look for Daisy French Onion Dip at a grocery store near you.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by First Coast YMCA. 3 preseason games down, and head coach Cohen commented on the status of the team.
I am proud of this team and the way that they compete.
MLB scene, Junior Caminero hit a grand slam to power the Tampa Bay Rays to a victory over the St. Louis Cardinals on Sunday. The Miami Marlins got past the Toronto Blue Jays. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
76 degrees at 8:03 time and temp, brought to you by Buler Air and Plumbing. Stay cool with Buler.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is your Duvall Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
One of the challenges coaches all around the NFL will have is they look at the tape to evaluate, and they're looking at your guy making plays, and all of a sudden they start watching him a little bit more, and then you wonder, but who's he making plays against? Can he make plays against the starters or the guys who play in the league? And, you know, a guy who took advantage of that opportunity was B.J. Green this weekend, and he got to play against the Dolphins, and he got to play against frontline guys and did quite well. And he's had a great training camp. He's got some great numbers that he's posted as far as win rate and things of that nature. And he may have the undrafted rookie free agent out of Colorado, may have played himself onto the roster at the very least, you would think, the practice squad. And that's your Duvall Minute. It's brought to you by our friends at Lift Power. Always on the lookout for experienced lift truck and dock and door technicians. The benefits, 401k, company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. Just one reason why Lift Power has been voted one of the best places to work for the past several years. They're rapidly growing. They've been around for more than 50 years, which screams stability. They're family-owned and operated. Here's an opportunity for you. Go to liftpower.com. Check out all the employment opportunities. That's at liftpower.com.
Well, I don't keep up necessarily, Dan, with the high school scene, but there was one score that was an eyebrow raiser for me this weekend, and that was White putting it on Trinity pretty good.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Ed White. They haven't, certainly in my time here in Jacksonville, Ed White has had their little runs where they've been, among the area's best in some cases.
Yeah.
I thought was that as surprising as it seemed to me?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought Trinity wasn't as good this year. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
So I wasn't real surprised. We'll actually have Ed White on tomorrow for the high school report, too.
Yeah, very good.
Well, perfect timing.
Nice handled PV. It's a good win for them out there in St. Johns County. So nice win there. And,
I think they've beaten them 2 or 3 times in a row.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. It's very early. We'll see how the high school season starts to unwind.
Can y'all tell me, like back when y'all used to be deep down covering high school football, it seems like now these games are insanely packed. Like more of the community is more involved.
Yeah.
It is crazy now. Whatever side of town, I don't know if that's the quality of football, but any side of town you go, those games are packed.
Well, that's a great thing.
Oh,
I mean, regardless, every kid, who plays high school football, that's what Friday Night Lights are all about. I noticed Bradford handled Baker.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I know you owe me some money.
No, we never shook on it.
Oh, we got a shake?
Yeah, of course.
I heard you say I'm in. I'll defend my alma mater to the death.
It was not a binding contract, bro.
I gave E 13. You heard it, Pross. I gave him 13 points. Fleming Island Clay, and Fleming Island won by 22, I believe. Is that not
all right?
Correct.
I'm gonna preface this stat I'm about to drop on you with. I was sent this stat by Trevor's agent.
Okay,
but I need you to tell me what the following quarterbacks all have in common. Aaron Rodgers, Baker Mayfield, Patrick Mahomes, Tua Tagovailoa, Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, C.J. Stroud, Matthew Stafford, Drake May, Caleb Williams.
They're
they all had a higher rate of incompletion due to their own inaccurate passes. Apparently, only 30% of Trevor Lawrence's passes or incompletions were due to inaccurate passes. This is off of last year's data. By the way, the most inaccurate passer in the league last year when it came to their incompletions, Mac Jones. 46.2% of his incompletions, and not a good sign for Caleb Williams. 40% of his incompletions due to operator error. Basically, that's what it's saying. Was it the receiver fault or your fault? Or more the receiver fault or your fault? So, yeah. Take heart. Patrick Mahomes, 30.7. Trevor, 30.4. Every 1,000 passes, we got three on the money, baby. That's correct.
I saw one stat that they like that they've been bouncing around. If you take away Trevor's rookie year, he's averaged 22 touchdowns and 12 picks. I'm like, okay, well, that still ain't good enough for what we all expected. That's all I'm saying. I'm excited for Trevor this year. I think he's going to have a good season.
Early.
I hope he has a good season. I hope he comes out slinging. I hope I hope Liam Cohen's got him right. I hope that he feels confident. I hope that the team can win some football games. I suspect, what have we always said about the NFL? It's the great equalizer. And Trevor Lawrence was a star when he was 12 years old. He was better than everybody else. And at 15, he was a little bit of like Leonard Fournette. Just always better than everybody else. Better than everybody else. And when he went to Clemson, he was still better than everybody else, right? And then he got to the NFL, and it's a great equalizer. And it's not just that, but that's an eye-opener. That's an eye-opener. And so now, he's and so now 4 seasons in the books. This is year 5. This is the one. This is where you got to – this is it. This is where you put up or shut up type thing. And he's done everything right. Good dude. Let's go see what he can accomplish. He's got his bank. So hopefully he can give us some ROI.
I get it. Yeah, patience doesn't want to hear stories of how many quarterbacks. It takes 6 or 8 years to reach their prime and to win titles. So I expect him to play fine, to not be the reason for Jaguars rants on Monday. Yeah. I think it'll be other reasons if we have to have a reason. Not that there won't be some, because even the very best at that position, you're going to have your share as well. But there are so many areas here, to me, I'm more concerned about than the quarterback position.
The biggest negative on Trevor, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again until he takes it away, takes the stain away, was the beginning of last year when everybody was healthy and he was not good. And it was four games, and we looked up and we were 0-4. We can't have that again. We've got to come out firing. We got to come out playing.
It's a tougher schedule.
We got to come out ready to play, and we got to win some football games.
Got a home game against a bad team. I mean, there's no reason to not have a jolly good welcome to football season Sunday afternoon here in less than 2 weeks.
All right, we got Freddie T coming up, so we'll head to break right here. We'll come back and chat with
hand it off.
Hollywood's own Fred Taylor. See what that acting career, see how that's moving along.
Who knows what's next? Maybe a Sandler flick.
You never know.
The Drill.
From the DivorcemenOnly.com studios.
Denny Thompson stars as the quarterback whisperer.
Everyone agrees that playing quarterback is the hardest thing to do in sports.
He shares his insights Friday mornings on The Drill. Tuned up by Tyson Sound and Security and George Moore Chevrolet on 1010XL.
It's time to elevate your back-to-school style with luxury and a brand-new Cadillac.
Discover the 2025 Luxury XT6, a spacious 7-seat SUV starting at just $49,195. Perfect for carpooling or weekend adventures.
That's right, or step up your game with the stunning 2026 Vistique, Escalade, and Escalade IQ.
I want to go back to school in style.
You can. Visit us at Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville. This school year, it's all about style.
Plus tax tag title $9.99 admin fee and resist all on approved credit.
Summer's winding down, and we know you want to enjoy what's left of it. But before you celebrate this Labor Day weekend, plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Celebrate responsibly and remember to drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
I'm Max Fink, and I'll bring you the Gator Report several times weekly to keep you connected to Gainesville.
The Gator Report, put together by San Jose Collision on the home of the Florida Gators, 1010XL.
Attention sports fans. Are you ready to take your game to the next level? Look no further than Best Bet. You can bet anywhere, but you'll definitely win here. Experience the thrill of sports like never before. With all the big games broadcasting live on our big screens and a menu stacked with your favorite foods and refreshing drinks, you're sure to find your winning ticket. Bet anywhere, win here, only at Best Bet. Visit bestbetjacks.com to learn more. That's bestbetjacks.com.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
Right now, they're on their way to disrupt your life, make you uncomfortable, and rob you. Don't bother calling the police. They can't help. That's right. Summer heat and humidity are about to attack North Florida again. You know what to do. Call Mike Merritt. Mike Merritt's Heating and Air has a license to chill. When heat and humidity are attacking you, Mike Merritt provides a comfortable chill at a bargain price. Mike has been keeping North Florida comfortable for 30 years. Mike Merritt technicians are never paid commissions, meaning you'll never be pressured to buy something you don't need. And Mike Merritt knows cooling issues can arise anytime. They don't just happen during business hours. So Mike Merritt never charges overtime fees. When you need us, we're here for you. Remember, in the fight against heat and humidity, Mike Merritt has a license to chill. Visit merrittair.com. Florida license number CACO 50384.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Checkmate Coatings phone line. Hello. Your floor's missing piece. Now, Dan and Jeff hand it off to our halfback.
Fred Taylor, every time he touches it, he's a candidate to go the distance.
Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein & Robbins DUI defense firm and Monahan Jewelers on 1010XL.
All right, now we point towards games that count, baby. And we got our guy Fred Taylor here. But before we get to anything, before we get to any football talk, we must find out from Fred Taylor as we welcome him to the program. Good morning, Fred.
Hey, I'm trying to figure out what y'all know about that.
No, it's Dan. Dan's
Fred,
off on the chase.
Fred,
that's all me, man. Come on,
hey,
man.
I'm trying to figure out who got the tunes, man. That's the way to start a Monday off right there.
That's easy.
Okay.
You think that's you think he stole Hick and I's playlist for that one, Freddie? Is that what you were thinking?
It must be the regular season, man. We had preseason music, a little warm up.
Yes.
Now we into the real stuff.
That's
you know
right.
What I'm saying?
That's right.
Bring it. Bring it.
But this is the question that must be asked. I'm sitting here Saturday night down at the television station. I'm simply watching the game, taking notes. Not like, I'm lying.
I know where you're going.
I look up on my screen. I see a commercial.
You like the hat?
I see Ray Lewis. I go, there's Ray Lewis. I'm looking up Ed Reed. Some little dude trying to get in, and I look behind that little. Wait a second! Time out!
Yep.
Wait a second!
That was our guy Kevin. He was a winner of a $5 same game parlay or something within the app.
Nice.
The premise was you got all these high names. You got a few Hall of Famers, a few really good players, some early picks,
and Kevin.
a lot of UM guys.
Yeah.
And then you got Kevin, just a random guy trying to get in the party.
Yeah.
But his access was he turned $5 into $150. So he's like, okay, you get a pass.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
Kevin was partying with us, but that was on after a round trip. We went from New York to L.A., back to Miami in about 36 hours.
Oof.
I landed in Miami 7 a.m. The shoot started at 8. It was 10 hours in Plantation, Florida, or in Parkland. 10 hours for 2 seconds of airtime.
That's how it works.
But the check was okay.
Yeah,
we'll
that's
take
right.
the check.
For sure.
But yeah, you were
it was
looking
a good
good.
experience.
Yeah.
It was a great experience around. A lot of UM guys, when, just following the Gators' Instagram and social media, just recently we were dubbed the Everything School.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Because we win all of the championships. It's like the national, what is it called? Gator Nation.
Yes.
Most schools try to claim the nation, but we're a natty nation.
Oh,
That's what we
I
are,
like that.
natty
Tell them,
nation.
Fred.
I like that.
Somebody got to coin that before the other schools do it. But we're a natty nation.
By the way,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, speaking of a nice Gator volleyball win over number 3 Pitt yesterday. So to start the
We do
season.
that.
Volleyball's back already, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Off
We
and running.
do that. But yeah, I was just saying they had me surrounded by all those Hurricane guys. But
I liked it.
They're all good friends, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Fred, we're going to get to the Jags, but you brought up the college. What do you think of that Jaden Ball? He got he's got one of those rare combos, those size speed deals working, doesn't he?
He's strong. They say strongest Gator.
You know what?
Yeah.
He's gonna get it in. That's what we need, and those are rarities, man. When you have a guy like that, you have to find a way to get him the ball, much like Coach Spurrier did with myself.
Yeah.
My senior year, he said, "Look, I know what we were, but I know what we can be, and we have to get you the ball. Are you ready for the challenge?" I said, "Of course." Just put it on my shoulders, and he did that. He gave me an opportunity, and that helped me, become top 10 pick. I just need the opportunity to show everybody what I could do, and he gave me an opportunity to show everybody what I can do. But he said it early on, Hick, and you remember that when he said Freddie's going to be a first round pick.
Freddie's gonna make a lot of money.
Yeah.
The NFL boys, they're gonna be down there for Freddie.
So, Jaden just, those guys just need an opportunity, man. They got to play great defense, get the offense the ball back so they can give them the rock.
Yep.
All right, on to the Jaguars, and it's a tough time. I mean, something you didn't ever have to deal with, but it's cut week, cut day, and it's you kind of go down to the facility, sort of. Hey, we've seen it now chronicled on through video now many times. Everybody goes down there, they're getting their lift in. The Turk comes up to you, says, "Hey, coach wants to talk to you." Great, and off you go, and it's a tough thing, man. You've been with this club, you usually sign. I don't know, you might sign in February, March, who knows. You're around for 5-6 months. You work your butt off, and then the worst story is they don't come talk to you. You think you're on the team, and 2 days later they go on the waiver wire. They find somebody else, and they replace you that way. So it's a tough.
And
way.
then there's a second stage of hell because that guy gets put to the practice squad, where the guy who thought he was good on the practice squad gets let go.
Yeah, that's how it goes. I definitely thought Big Fred Johnson, one of my Gator boys, is gonna be here in Jacksonville. I was excited about that, and I look up and he's traded.
Yeah,
surprised us.
Business, business.
It's the nature of the business, man.
Yeah.
I can't even sit here and say I know how those guys feel, whether it's the night before or a few days before, after the last game. I don't know how they feel from an emotional standpoint. It can be nerve-wracking. I do know how I felt when I had a muscle spasm during OTAs. I felt that I was going to get cut because I didn't know the business. But I knew how much it mattered to me, and I know how much it matters to a lot of these guys who go out there and they've made friends. They've developed like this, the camaraderie and this routine. They're used to going in this stadium and seeing these guys the last several months. They kind of, develop friendships and bonds that are going to last a lot longer than a lot of careers, right? And, I can't say, what they feel, but I can say how I feel about them, having made friendships with a lot of these guys over the years who didn't even play in Jacksonville, but we're still good friends to this day, right? So that's what you get from it. God puts you in places, and you don't necessarily always understand why, but he introduces you to people along your journey in this lifetime. And, some people are going to make you a better person, and some people will make you a worse person, but you want to learn trim the fat with those people, right?
Yeah.
But, man, it's just an experience. Absorb it. Make the most of your time in it while you're in it. Take care of the moment. Enjoy the process. And always remember, it's more than one team. It's 31 other teams. If it doesn't work, and I say this all the time, if it doesn't work in Jacksonville, I hope and pray that it works somewhere else for these guys. And I hope they understand that, right? The coaches have a tough job to make. It's a lot of tough decisions to make. It's the 1% of the 1% to be able to play on this stage. And that doesn't mean you're not a great player. It just might mean your opportunity isn't right now at this very moment, but you got to keep going at it.
Fred, do you feel any differently about the team's prospects this year than you did 6 weeks ago? And if you do, in what way? Or are there some areas that you thought, less of that you think more of, or vice versa? Just overall, what, this 6 weeks has shown you, if anything?
Again, going back to trimming the fat, I think that we've seen about my level of expectations are what they are. I mean, we've only gotten a snippet throughout preseason. We haven't gotten the entire order, right? So I saw Trevor a little bit. I just wanted to make sure Trevor was healthy. I think that was more than anything. How was the shoulder? Offensive line, is there improvement? It seems that there's going to be improvement on the defensive front. They were able to, in this last preseason game, minus the starters, they were able to get after Tua, and create pressure, use the second team guys. So I can only imagine what the first teamers can do. But I think and then against the Saints, I saw those guys create pressure against the Saints second teamers. So I just want to be able to see them put it all together, and hopefully that translates to wins. The preseason doesn't give you a lot because so much can change in in 60 minutes. Look at last year's openers versus the Dolphins. We were fine. And then, unfortunately, Travis, that big fumble, it turned the game around, right? And then every other game throughout the course of the season, it was one play that decided the game. So it's a team that has a shot to win these games. But if you can't win those close games, you're just not good enough in the NFL. And they had, 9 games last year that was decided by
10
points.
10 possessions.
Just imagine if they take half of those. We're in the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you got to fight. Preseason is certainly not enough, but I'm encouraged. I'm certainly encouraged. I like what Tony and those guys, James and Liam, I like what they built. I like the moves that they made. And I just, want to see them get out there and close out some games and end up in the win column and not on the other side.
Visiting with our friend Fred Taylor, Jaguar great. And I was looking at these numbers. There's a consolation prize here in the NFL if you get cut. It's called the practice.
What is that?
It's called the practice squad. And there are up to 16 guys now.
Remember when it started? It was felt like it was 3 or 4.
And so I was thinking, really, if 53-man roster, Fred, 16 more spots. That's almost 70 spots that they employ. 32 teams. You do the math. If they're telling you you're not good enough, they might know that you're not good enough if you can't even get onto the practice squad. But I was curious about the numbers. Rookies get $13,000 a week now on practice squad, which is $234,000 for 18 weeks, which is good change.
Sure.
And veterans can make between $17,500 and up to $22,000, which can go almost up to $400,000 to be on the practice squad, which ain't bad.
It just on the outside looking in, right? It's not bad. First and foremost, that's a ton of change.
Well, we keep it in perspective, right?
You're grinding. You're still a part of the team. You're with the guys. You still have an opportunity. You're always auditioning. Every practice is an audition for another team to kind of swoop you off of another team's practice squad. So keeping all things in perspective and all things considered, it's not a bad gig. So you still have an opportunity to live out your dream. What these guys should always remember is Uncle Sam's going to take 50%.
Yes, he is.
Right? He's always going to get his piece.
Yep.
And then the other side is you still have family members out there that they think you're a first-round pick, even though you're a practice squad guy.
Yeah.
They're after your pocket as if you're making millions of dollars. And what these young men have to understand is you have to learn the power of no.
Yeah.
It was hard for me to say no, and these guys aren't making nearly as much as I made.
Right.
but they have to learn to say no and learn to keep the main thing, and try to get on an active roster so that they can get a pay raise.
Yeah.
So, but times have changed, man. 16 players plus the one international player, 17 spots, and also veterans. Back in the day, you can only be a few years in to be on the practice squad, but now 10-year vets can be practice squad players.
I think the NFL
practice squad.
NFL has to pay more. I mean, there are guards and tackles in their second, third year at college making $150,000.
Well, that's true too.
You know, if you want to develop them, if you want to get them on up into the league and develop them, you got to at least pay more than your average, offensive lineman would make in NIL. Fred, I have one question for you here. Maybe it's the last one. Yeah, look, fans, I think, dig into the schedule more than players do, particularly when you're playing. But take me back to your playing days. Are you aware of the schedule? Like, does this team know or think like fans? You got an easy opener against Carolina. This is the fan speaking. You got an easy opener against Carolina. Then you're at Cincinnati, Texans at home, at San Francisco, Chiefs, Seahawks, and Rams in London. And then after that, fans would tell you your schedule gets way easier.
Yeah.
Are they even thinking in those terms? Can you? How do you differentiate as a player?
It's the NFL. Anybody can beat anybody. And, if you're going through these games, looking at it and saying to yourself, all right, this is a win. This is it. It doesn't work that way. The work is done in the classroom, first and foremost, and then on the practice field. And then you have to get in the game, and you have to show effort, hard work. You have to execute. And you have to have a bit of luck. You have to create that luck, right? Situationally, you have to understand. But you have to play for 4 quarters, the entirety of a ball game. Otherwise, fumbling at the wrong time can cost you. Or throwing an interception at the wrong time can cost you. Or getting beat on a deep ball. One play. It takes one play to change the game. And you can be beating this team the entire game. So, no, I never looked at, I have to let me be honest. There was 2 teams that I would look at and was like, okay, well, those are 100-yard games. They weren't always considered wins, but I would consider them 100-yard games.
Okay.
And that was Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. It just felt like 100-yard games. And
still
not
does.
always necessarily wins.
Yeah.
But looking at the Jaguars' schedule, I mean, the Panthers they showed some good signs a year ago.
Late, yeah.
I'm not going to consider that a cupcake. The Bengals turned it around. The Texans we always struggle with when you throw the Texans out there. Who else is
at San Francisco the next
West
week?
Coast.
Then you got a Monday nighter with the Super Bowl, the participants, the Chiefs,
and then the Seahawks. They got a really good defense there. Leonard Williams is there. DeMarcus came over from Dallas, having a small little brain fart here. The Raiders are revamped. Yeah, DeMarcus Lawrence. And you got the Chiefs again, Chargers. Harbaugh has them operating really well. So, I mean, then you're in a division. So, I mean, it's not – you don't have any pushovers here. I forget the Rams there in London. Yeah, so, the schedule is what it is. You got to show up every Sunday, compete, and try to win these games. And you just take it 1 week at a time, and that's not cliche.
Yeah.
Hey, did you have Sandler? You had Sandler on the pivot?
No, we're working on it, man.
Listen.
I know he was in town, right?
Yeah, well, I was just curious because I'm thinking out loud here, and I'm just spitballing. But I mean, we got to get you into Hollywood here a little bit. A couple acting roles that might, that gets you. We got to build the brand a little bit here, right? So we get Fred
wants to be your agent.
We get a role for you in one of those Sandler movies, and who knows what's next? Next thing we're winning Emmys.
I like how you put "we" in there. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Yeah.
I mean, I can give you 5%.
Yeah.
That's the best I can do.
Yeah.
5%.
if I get your role.
Standard fee is 20, but I can give you 5. That's all we can do because I think at this point I'm pretty much established. So what you would just be doing is kind of connecting the dots.
Yeah.
So I'll give you a piece for that.
Yeah. Thank you, friend. I like
Your work will not go unnoticed.
Well, look forward to it. We'll talk to you again next week. Thank you,
don't
Fred.
hold your breath on that Sandler role, by the way, Fred. We'll talk to you next Monday.
I will not.
Yeah,
See you guys.
He's going to do no work towards that, and we'll talk to you next Monday. All right.
But when he gets it, I'll take credit.
Sure, you bet you will. All right, we will take credit for needing to pay some bills. Come back with more next. You're listening to The Drill. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback. We're live inside the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Brackish Vodka, the spirit of the sportsman and proud partner of the Jaguars, is now available at the Fresh Market Spirits and Wine. The Fresh Market Spirits and Wine is a new adult beverage store offering spirits, wine, beer, and accessories at A1A North in Ponte Vedra, a first-of-its-kind destination for thoughtfully curated spirits, wine, and beer as only the Fresh Market can. And now, you can get Brackish Vodka at the Fresh Market. Brackish Vodka, for whatever your sport is. Proud partner of the Jaguars.
Hey, say goodbye to glasses and contacts with customized vision treatments at Bow9 Associates. Hicken here. Dr. Bowden and his expert team bring you the latest options. Evo implantable Collamer lenses, refractive lens exchange, traditional LASIK. It's tailored just for you. Imagine waking up to clear vision, man. No hassle, no fuss. You ready to see the difference? Call now or visit bow9.com for a free screening. That's right, I said free screening. They're Bow9 Associates. They're keeping the First Coast focused.
If life blindsided you tomorrow, would your family struggle? I'm Cody with Harborstone Financial, and I can help. One call could protect your family for life. 904-885-9566. Harborstone Financial.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Jacksonville, Hickens calling it. Checkmate Coatings, my MVP. Tough, slick floors that dominate any space.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Want to grow your hair back?
IHRS, right here in Jacksonville, is the only hair transplant clinic in the Southeast to offer multi-unit hair grafting and the 45-minute PRP treatments. Grow your hair back. Call now for a free in-person evaluation. 904-777-IHRS, 904-777-4477, or visit hairforme.com.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, Jason, got a minute?
Always. What's on your mind?
This time of year, my air conditioner is running non-stop. Hot all day, hot all night. It has to run constantly just to keep up.
Well, that's what they do.
But if something happens to it in the middle of a 2-week heat wave, I'm in trouble, Jason. I can't wait 3 days or 2 days or even the next day for service. If you can't get someone here today, I'm sweating by tonight. What if it breaks, Jason?
You call me, pal. That's what we do. Buler Air and Plumbing.
But you're probably swamped with calls from everyone else's AC that ran nonstop and then broke in a heat wave, so they called you because that's what you do.
But we always have room for an emergency. At Buler Air and Plumbing, we have techs standing by because we know these things happen.
So I don't need to worry. Wow. That time you calmed me down without even using the sunglasses.
Oh, I was reaching for them.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BulerAir.com.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. Disrupted is here. From the PGA's cutting-edge Tourcast to game-changing sports science, technology gets its spotlight. The 27th of August. Get your tickets at disruptitfl.com.
Hey, I'm Tony from Tony D's Pizza. People ask me all day long, is it the water that makes the difference? Well, yes and no. Even water can't make a good pizza. It's the ingredients, too. The best tomatoes, the best flour, and the best cheese. Oh, and a lot of love. Tony D's New York Pizza, Bay Meadows and 295.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Well, after all the waiting, Dan Hicken, I mean, it's here. It's go time. Florida opens with, a cakewalk. Let's be honest. We'll have fun with the Swamp Sessions, but Little Ears should be safe this Saturday night. I would expect our debut edition of Swamp Sessions from the Voodoo Lounge there in San Marco will be just, talking about who rushed for how much and who threw for how many. That's going to be a city.
Is Lagway going to play? Let's start with that.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll find out. I mean, I sure hope so. If he's not, then I'm really concerned.
I'm really happy to see one thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's one thing that used to happen a lot more in college football, and now it's just gone completely the way of prime time. It used to be if you were the biggest, baddest game on the schedule, you were at noon.
Yeah.
You were first up. If you were, whether it was Army, Navy, or USC, Notre Dame, or, you played at noon.
College football blew it yesterday. They had a great opportunity. It was a Sunday. Why is there no game? We're doing games. We got week 0 games. Yeah. I mean, you got one. And then I think about it this way, and it really makes zero sense. We have all these great stadiums all across. I mean, I know why, so I don't need an explanation. But again, it's just the greed, man. We have all these beautiful stadiums built all over the country. Teams pouring money into it. Doak Campbell just went through a reno. The Swamp's about to go through a reno. You got campus venues on every campus across the country. You got a rivalry like Farmageddon. Hey, let's play it a week early in Dublin, Ireland.
Yeah. I don't like those. I don't like it. And
I mean, it's kind of cool in a respect for the folks who can go and be a part of it, and it's neat, and I get it. But my gosh, man, if I
wouldn't want to play a conference game there. I mean, Iowa State and Kansas State each have legitimate playoff hopes, and not because they're dominant national teams, but because of the conference they're in.
Yeah.
Like Iowa State with a win there, they become one of the favorites to win the league.
I guess in this day and age, if you're giving me money, is it going to buy me an extra lineman? Is it going to buy me a running back? Then maybe that's the way to go. But that's
when it comes
college
to
football.
I'm with you. I thought they missed this, even if it meant putting that Stanford-Hawaii game on Sunday night. Just do something. Put a game on there.
Yeah.
But Saturday noon, number 1 Texas, number 3 Ohio State. I mean, right off the bat, baby.
Yeah.
High noon Saturday. And by the way, at the same time, this is a sneaky, low-key, interesting game to me. Syracuse, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Get an eye on the Vols. If you're an SEC fan, what they've got, that's the game in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Texas, Ohio State is at Ohio State. So Arch Manning going to have to prove his stripes right out of the gates. That's a tough place to open the season. Indiana, the cowards of all of college football, have their Old Dominion game before their 3 other. Not only has Indiana got the gall to preach at us how worthy they are, but they won't even go schedule a game against someone.
Mm-hmm.
It's annoying, man. Penn State, Nevada, nothing. Georgia, Marshall, nothing. But Alabama, FSU, 3:30.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see.
And LSU, Clemson at night.
Yeah, LSU, Clemson at night. Yeah. Right as we wrap up a Florida LIU coverage, which you can hear here on 1010XL. You're home for the Gators.
Kentucky is naming veteran transfer Zach Calzada as their starter.
Gosh, that name has been around forever.
32 starts in his career, A&M, Auburn, and Incarnate Word.
Golly.
So just bouncing around.
They do bounce. And by the way, the beautiful thing now is if you're one of these vagabond quarterbacks, you don't just bounce for scraps and hope.
No.
You bounce for $500,000.
More than that
They'll pay you to come bounce, man. It's unreal, dude.
More than that now.
Notre Dame, Miami, by the way, Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday night.
So that's awesome. That controls the because Monday obviously is Labor Day, so we can watch the game and sleep in.
Yeah.
Love it.
Do you have that interview?
I do. Hold on.
All right, the Marlins have a relief pitcher, and the sideline report. He shut the door yesterday in their victory, and the Marlins reporter. He's kind of reminds me a little bit. I'll go way old school. The Mad Hungarian Al Hrabowski. When he comes out of the bullpen, he slaps his face with his hand to get him going, and he stalks in there, and he's got a mean look, and. Well, the sideline reporter's job was to interview him after the win yesterday.
All right, Jack, thank you very much. Tyler, you threw 32 pitches yesterday. When did you know you were going in tonight?
When they called down.
And you were ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready. They called down, I'm pissed off, I'm ready to go.
Why do you get so pissed off?
I don't like hitters.
How did you get through that 9?
Throw the ball over the plate.
How long does it take you to cool down after a win?
I never cool down.
Never.
And the slapping, what was the level of slapping when you came on?
Pretty hard. My face is hot. Yeah.
How important was it for your team to get this win today?
It's big. I mean, every win's big. It doesn't matter what the record is. Every win's big. That's what we're here for. It's to try to win the game.
What has this organization helped you unlock for your career this year?
I think just be yourself. Go out there. Do what's you. Whatever's going to make you successful, that's what you do. And this team, I see it. We're a lot of young guys, and when you play for each other, have some fun with it, that's what you got to do.
Great win. You're scaring me. Go to the clubhouse. Thank you very much.
The star of the show is the interviewer.
Yeah.
And I don't know what Popovich Jr. there thinks he's doing. Is he just nervous and he answers that way on purpose, or is he trying to be that guy?
He's probably trying to be
If he's trying to be that guy, I don't like him. So a pox on you there.
Tyler Phillips.
Popovich, Tyler Phillips. If you're just nervous and you're playing, you're not a big enough boy to do that.
You know, when they tag you with when they say something about you and there's reason for them to say it, there becomes evidence. And it's always interesting to me how what's the owner the owner of the Brown or the Bengals is Paul Brown, not Paul Brown, but Mike Brown.
Yeah.
Is that it? Mike Brown?
Yeah.
Right. And Mike Brown always fights back, claps back on these cheap accusations, right? If we say anything about the Bengals, don't we all think of them as a cheap organization?
Well, I think
save money organization.
I think that's the long running. Now with the salary cap, you can't beat you. They're all the same, aren't they?
No.
Okay.
Because you're 40 million under.
Are they?
Are they under?
See,
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know that either.
But I know that they have. Would we all agree that they have that reputation? E, do you think that the Bengals? If you think of the Bengals as a organization, do you think of them as cheap?
Super cheap, yes.
That's what I've always heard. Anyway.
I guess because in the last 5, Burrow and Chase and Higgins are getting these incredible top 3 deals at their position, that insinuation is gone. I just think more is incompetent, but anyway.
A few players delivered more for the Bengals than one Norman Julius Esiason. He's kind of, he's up there. I mean, Ken Anderson, Boomer. But the Bengals are having a Ring of Honor ceremony on October 26th. Lamar Parrish, Dave Lapham are getting inducted. Esiason got an email invitation from them. He said, I did get an invite. I don't know how to take this invite. That's the thing. Well, what do you mean? Well, here's the deal. You get not 1 but 2 free tickets for seats in the stands with an option to buy 1 more. You get a discounted rate at the local Renaissance Hotel as part of a room block.
You're going to a wedding.
No
you're going
private
to Mike Brown's
flight,
wedding.
no seat in a suite, just 2 tickets and the same offer from a hotel that the wedding party.
Dang.
That's cheap.
Yes.
You don't do that. If you're an NFL team, you fly your guys in, you put them up in a suite.
What are they bringing them in for?
The Ring of Honor. He's in the Ring of Honor. All the Ring of Honor guys come and support the new Ring of Honor members.
Now, do they at least pay for the new Ring of Honor members to
I don't know.
I don't know if that's standard. I'd hate to learn that the players just do it because they want to be a part of it.
Yeah, I don't.
If you don't have me,
I'll come, but you pay for me to come.
Then, you don't have to come.
Yeah. I don't know if Boomer's going or not.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a mixed feeling.
We've got a block down there at the Renaissance.
Yeah, I guess there's a little bit of this. We paid Boomer $48 million. He can pick up a
Hey, but this doesn't help the image of the
guess.
Cincinnati Bengals, is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We got it rolling right here on The Drill.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios, your radio highlight reel.
Caught for the touchdown.
1010XL, home of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hi, I'm John Haney from Clearwater Gutters and Drainage. After heavy rains, the problems are obvious. Mulch blown out of your beds, water standing around your foundation, and that fancy new crater back behind your bushes. Let Clearwater Seamless Gutters help you solve the problem spots.
Clearwater Seamless Gutters. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at gutters.
And drainage, too. Find out more at clearwaterjacks.com.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at ITP Partners. Man, we're facing interesting economic times, aren't we? For me, it's comforting to know that my money's in great hands with ITP Partners. Ooh, watching it grow right now, and I love it. They're Jacksonville folks taking care of my Jacksonville money. Listen, I don't know what's going on out there in the financial world. That's why I leave it to people that I know and trust. They have experience, expertise, and knowledge. Janice Cobb, Reed Wingate, Dan Abel, man. Appreciate those folks. Chris Bryan, Jeff Hartman, Reagan Wright. They're the best, and they listen to you, and they will build a strategy where your goals become their priority. I don't have the same goals as my 30-year-old son, for example, all right? It's a great time to get started. If you haven't gotten started with a financial partner, what are you waiting for? I can't speak highly enough about ITB Partners. Chris at ITBPartners.com. Chris at ITBPartners.com or call 312-9751. That's 312-9751. They're ITB Partners. They're my financial partners for life.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Teach your birdies to sing with Dan, Jeff, and PGA pros on Brunch with the Tour. Teed up by Clearwater Irrigation and Apex Roofing and Contracting. Brunch provided by Chick-fil-A. 8:30 Tuesday morning on 1010XL.
I'm Frank Frangie with the Nimnik Nugget. I've seen enough now to tell you that I think Brian Thomas Jr., Travis Hunter, and De'Ami Brown might form the best trio of receivers the Jags have ever had. Not the best duo. That's Smith and McCardell. I don't know if you'll ever have that again. But they never were able to find that third guy. Alvis Whitted, Reggie Barlow, R.J. Sauer, never worked out. Well, now they've got three, and they're all really, really good. Really fast, really explosive, really catch the football. I can't wait to watch this trio of Jaguar receivers. I'm Frank Frangie for the Nimnik family of dealerships. Frank Frangie here. Experience professional grade at Nimnik Buick GMC, home of the largest inventory of GMC Sierras in Northeast Florida and Southeast Georgia. This month, save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierra 1500s or enjoy rates as low as 0% APR financing. Yes, 0%. You can't find deals like this anywhere else in Jacksonville. So shop 24/7 online at NimnikBuickGMC.com or at the showroom on Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
Summer's wrapping up, and life is picking back up. Early mornings, long days, and a to-do list that doesn't quit. And neither should you. Who has time to slow down due to body pain? That's why there's Aleve, to keep you going. With just one pill, Aleve delivers longer-lasting body pain relief per dose compared to other leading OTC-branded pain relievers. Aleve helps keep you moving from sunup to sundown with up to 12 hours of pain relief per dose, so you can keep moving and be ready for whatever's next. Use as directed.
This is the final week of Beards Diamond's incredible free finance offer. Hicken here. This week only, make any purchase, spread those payments over 5 years without a dime in interest payments. Not just on engagement rings, earrings, bracelets, bands, colored gemstone jewelry. Buy now, pay nothing down, spread your payments over 5 years. Such a smart way to buy, and nobody else can do it. 5 years, 0 interest. You can even finance the sales tax. All GIA certified diamonds are included in this. I'm talking rounds, princess cuts, ovals, pear-shaped, cushion cuts, emerald cuts. You get the idea. Whether you get a $5,000 diamond or a $50,000 diamond, spread those payments over 5 whole years. Get the Beards Diamonds unbeatable price. Pay 0 down, spread your payments over 5 years. Lots of folks are doing this, but time is running out. The offer ends on Sunday and will not be extended. Beards Diamonds in the St. John's Town Center. Shop local. Shop Beards.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back. Hanging out here on The Drill. Life is good. Football is back. I'm ready. I'm pumped. I'm excited. Ready to make some cash money. Become a degenerate again. Going to be a winner is what I'm going to be. A winner. In the 14 tournaments he played since the end of March, 5 golfers defeated Scotty Scheffler multiple times. Fleetwood and Rose beat him 3 times. Spawn, Henley, and Rory beat him twice. 25 golfers beat him 1 time. Unbelievable. You look back at this PGA Tour season, man, and We'll talk about this more tomorrow as we get ready for the Ryder Cup announcements. I think they're Wednesday. I wonder if Keegan Bradley's going to pick himself. I guess he does, but that's a tough thing to do. Fleetwood wins the FedEx. Rory wins the Masters to complete the Grand Slam. Had the Players Monday finish. JT wins an extras at Harbortown. Scotty's dominating performance in 2 majors. JJ Spawn, U.S. Open putt. Keegan's comeback. Cam Young's first win. Hideki, Ludwig, Hovland, Henley, Minwoo all got victories. Well, it's a heck of a year for the PGA Tour, if you think of it in that respect. The only thing I don't like, slow play, can't play.
He can go on off to Live. Did you know there was a Live tournament this weekend? They played their team golf segment.
How'd that go?
I was on early morning. I flipped it over for about 10 minutes and then decided I didn't really want to watch it. And it's funny. It's remarkable how loud the lack of impact the Live has made. Like a day yesterday, here's Caitlin Clark, LeBron James. They're all, they're tweeting about.
Yes, I saw that.
You know what they didn't tweet about? Man, this Mickelson versus Rahm singles match is what Live's all about. They didn't tweet that. That's what Live did yesterday. There was some compelling. If you were you had Rahm v. Mickelson, for their teams.
Yeah.
And for what it is, it mattered and couldn't keep my attention.
There was an incident this weekend. I didn't know if it was real or not real, and apparently it was. And you guys know these guys more than me, but who is Rampage Jackson?
Rampage Jackson is a former UFC guy.
Okay.
He was a bit crazy.
Okay, well, he has a son.
Okay.
Did you not see this?
No.
I did.
Okay, you saw it?
Yeah.
All right, so his son,
I think it was on a stream, maybe?
Yeah, his son goes into a ring, and I don't know if it is it what is it, UFC? What is it?
Nah, I think that was just wrestling.
Okay. His son goes into the
like amateur wrestling or something.
Okay. Goes into a ring and picks up this dude and body slams him, and his head hits the
mat.
The mat.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's knocked out. He's out cold, right? When you say
out.
He's out. Night.
Night.
But Rampage Jackson's son proceeds to jump on him and just starts punching him.
After he's out. Yeah.
He's out. And hit him at least, I would say, 20 times before somebody stopped him.
Multiple.
Yes.
Multiple.
And so I and the reports are he may have damn near killed him.
Oof.
So Rampage did, again, and Rampage has been in the news the last couple, but not for
Rampage
fighting.
had his own deals, I think.
Okay.
As I recall.
He says, I want to clear up the misinformation about my son Raja. I've been confirmed that the wrestler Stuart Smith, a.k.a. Psycho Stu, is awake and stable. Raja was unexpectedly hit in the side of the head by him moments before Smith's match. Raja was told that he could get his payback in the ring. So outside the ring, they were messing around, I think, and I don't know if the Psycho Stu hit him on top of the head with something or whatever. He says he could get his payback in the ring. I thought it was a part of the show. It was bad judgment and a work that went wrong. Raja is an MMA fighter, not a pro wrestler. So it was a wrestling event and had no business involved in an event like this. I don't condone my son's actions at all. He suffered a concussion from sparring a couple days ago. He shouldn't have been doing anything remotely close to physical contact. As a father, I'm deeply concerned with his health and the well-being of Mr. Smith. That being said, I'm very upset that any of this happened, but my main concern now is that Mr. Smith will make a speedy recovery. I apologize on his behalf. And to kick, I guess it was called kick, for the situation. It was very...
It was a little disturbing.
Disturbing. Yeah.
This just in. Shadowy, non-factoring wrestling, getting former UFC. What do you expect?
Yeah.
I'm shocked not at all by all this. It's just the violence of these sports, and you're going to let them do it? Let them do the pretend part for real?
Yeah.
That sounds like what he did. He took the pretend part of wrestling and made it real.
I mean, I'm telling you, dude.
I got the father-son at the Johnson family over there. And by the way, I've been told in Ireland that's no big deal. They expect fathers and sons to be rolling around fighting in the streets. Apparently that happens every night at closing time, I'm told. But
every night at closing time?
every night. It's just no big deal. Father and son, sure.
Yeah.
You should have seen the O'Flanahans. But yeah, Rampage Jackson's son, I don't know what to do. You got to, charge these guys?
Well, I think it's
Are you charged? I mean, if you do this stuff?
If that guy died, that would be murder.
Wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And he would be charged.
So why isn't he charged with attempted murder?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm not trying to pile on.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's whatever. Let's get blow you here, and we'll go to break.
Okay.
Before we get to the 9 o'clock hour. Yeah. Blow hard, I was trying to say.
Morning,
And then I settled on blow you.
Oh, dear.
Probably not the best.
Kind of mean.
I'm not gonna even
Yeah, I
go
know.
there, bro.
Yeah,
But
good
top of the morning.
Good job.
Morning, you.
Top of the morning, man. Everybody's optimistic. Is week one. It's game time, bro. I'm hyped. There's something I ran across that I'd like you guys to take a look at. I'll find the link and send it to you because y'all not gonna believe it when I tell you. And I wanted y'all to ask Denny this when he said Ian Book was one of his clients. To ask him what's the loudest stadium you've ever played on. I was watching this Notre Dame guys interviewing him, and they asked him about the game. You know, they were hyping up the game, and he said, without question, we played at Miami. That's the loudest.
It's funny, Joe. It's funny, Joe, because they asked Georgia Tech, Virginia, NC State, North Carolina, Virginia Tech. They asked all of them. They didn't even know what they were talking about. They said, "What? This place?"
So then the people reacted like Jeff did, and they're like, louder than Michigan.
Yeah, they should. They should react that way.
They said louder than Georgia. They said, yeah, bro, we got a big game. It's unparalleled.
Okay.
It's unparalleled. Right. You don't understand. I've been.
Yeah, when you got 20 at another game, you lose all those bonus points when you put 25 in there for a different game you need to win. Period. End of story.
We can have 25,000 when Georgia Tech comes. No lie.
That's what I mean.
I never say.
So it doesn't. So that's why it doesn't impress people that you claim this big, incredible atmosphere when you play a big game. And by the way, I've been to Miami for the biggest games. I've been to Gainesville for the biggest games. I've been to. They're all the same. You are not louder than everyone else. Get rid of him.
Louder.
Get him out of here.
I've been to Oklahoma. I've been to
Get him out of here.
Oh no! This is the drill.
What I gotta do? Walk in there and hit the button.
9 o'clock nasty coming up.
The drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
More touchdowns, birdies, home runs, and slam dunks. More heartbreakers.
Every time you lose, you die a little bit.
And more victories. And it goes for the win. 1010XL.
This is Hayes Carlion, here from a driver who made the smart move to buying a vehicle from Atlantic Infinity.
Hayes, this is my second Infinity, so I knew exactly what I wanted, and Atlantic Infinity made it so easy for me. The GM Dwayne had my new ride ready to go, and I was in and out of the dealership in about 30 minutes. The Atlantic Infinity promise just sealed the deal for me. It's $2,500 in added value, including roadside assistance. I am so happy with my new car.
Atlantic Infinity, Atlantic, near St. John's Bluff.
Welcome to the bundle event. Entering now our undisputed tag team champions, the mid-size SUV and the mid-century modern. Together with a State Farm agent, this auto and home duo are a powerful force of savings, service, and customizable coverage. Now, let's get ready to bundle.
Call State Farm agent Carissa McCullough in Yulee at 904-261-2223.
Availability and amount of discounts and savings vary by state.
Get closer to nature.
Trying to get close to these bucks out here.
Jeff Lageman, Captain Kevin Faber, and Captain Kirk Walls. The Nimnicht Outdoor Show. Presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. Saturday morning, 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. Call 904-722-1111.
Instant Keys saves the day if you've lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call Instant Keys, 722-1111.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beatrice here, second generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beatrice Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beatrice Plumbing, here to help.
Hacker here. You know, those of you that have listened to me for years realize that I used to do a lot of different weight loss things, a lot of different things that I tried that just never worked for one reason or the other. And then Awaken 180 Weight Loss came along, and I heard Mike Dempsey and Matt Hayes talking about it, and I thought, you know what? What the heck? What do I have to lose? I'm going to give it a try. I had low expectations, to be honest, based on previous history, but I learned very quickly that Awaken 180 Weight Loss is the best weight loss program I was ever on. I dropped 19 pounds my first 2 weeks on Awaken 180 Weight Loss, went on to lose over 100 pounds total. I'm keeping the weight off with the Awaken 180 Weight Loss Maintenance Program. Awaken 180 Weight Loss, without a shadow of a doubt, is the best weight loss program I have ever been on, and the results speak for themselves. If it's time for you to lose some weight like it was for me, go to awaken180weightloss.com or call 844-346-1800. You can do it. Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. Jags close out preseason with a loss to Miami. Head coach Cohen liked what he saw from the defense.
You know, I thought they played specifically on the defensive side of the ball, very well.
The 2026 Senior Bowl Top 100 just dropped. The Gators have 5 players on the list, among them Caleb Banks, Tyreek Sapp, and Jake Slaughter. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
78 degrees at 9:03. Time and Temp brought to you by Buler Air and Plumbing. Stay cool with Buler.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I'm fed, feeling X-rated. It's Mr. Nasty time. Oh, Mr. Nasty time. The nasty time.
Nasty time. Welcome back to the show.
Can I offer up a Dailies double take?
I saw a great, yeah. Go ahead.
All right, so I brought to you by the Dash. Double up on your sandwich orders today. Get those. Oh, it says still build your own summer. Take advantage of that and pile them high with all these fresh, delicious ingredients. We ain't talking
904.
It's a battle cry. We're not talking gas station food here. E, you like those sandwiches there at Dailies?
Nope, I love them.
Yeah, nope, I love them. Yeah, another swing and miss by ESPN as they quite literally try and brainwash sports fans. I mean, they are. They're in the ESPN is in much the game of mental warfare as they are covering sports. Did you see the latest from the worldwide leader?
What do you got?
So ESPN, in order to pump up their new streaming service, they will try and take control of every single, viewable option that we have. Released a poster, Dan, that started with, it made sense. It was an Icons poster.
Icons poster.
The GOATs of all time in all sports. And if you look at it, there
Jordan,
I see LeBron and
Brady and Mahomes.
I see Tiger, and then you're like, wait, who's that? And wait, that, and then that one. Who's that one? Yeah. While they were able to find space for 3 Major League Baseball players, while they were able to find space for 4 NBA players, they're also able to find space for Brian Windhorst and Mia Kimes and Monica McNutt, some of the icons of the sports world.
Wait. Are you talking about the same Monica McNutt who thought that Drewski was wearing a Shedeur Sanders jersey when it was a Honolulu Blue number 20 Barry
correct.
Sanders jersey?
Like, if you were doing an icons list right now of GOATs in sports, maybe Scotty Scheffler would be on the poster?
Yeah.
Scotty didn't make the poster. You will, however, find not Caitlin Clark and Breanna Stewart. No, 20, I count them, 20 WNBA players on the... You can't make it up. The GOATs, there's LeBron, and there's Aaron Judge, and there's some WNBA player you don't know. You can't make it up.
Icons.
They just try it however they can. They're going to get you one way or the other. Icons. I'm looking out here. I see Justin Jefferson. I see Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I think Travis Hunter's on there, too.
Yeah, I see.
Hey, shout out.
I see Ronald Acuna Jr., and I see 20 WNBA players.
Oh, boy.
I mean, come on, man.
I'll give you. I'll one up you on this, and
I don't know. I can't.
I'll say this.
Yeah.
The damn football media.
lost their mind.
What happened now?
And the players,
have they found
it? E, I don't ever want to hear a player tell me I didn't play the game, so I don't know as much about football as they do after some of the nonsense that former players who were good at the game spewed on microphones this weekend.
What you got?
Yeah. They're talking crazy.
This Shedeur Sanders narrative that it was a sabotage. Is the most asinine, stupid diatribe that I've ever heard in my life.
Who else said something crazy?
That's your boy Unk and Ocho and those guys, along with the Dick, as you know,
Eric Dickerson
from last week, and then this one cat, I don't know who he is, on CBS Sports. Listen,
what did Uncle Ocho say?
That everybody, the Browns are out to get him.
I gotta go see this.
Want him to fail. Listen to me. If you're the fourth string quarterback and you go into a preseason game, who are the offensive linemen? What string are they usually? They're usually the fourth string linemen.
Trash string.
I got some guy telling me how the Browns cut 4 of the 5 who were blocking for Shedeur. Yeah, no kidding. By the way, and they're keeping Shedeur, which is also dumb. They're keeping 4 quarterbacks, which
that's still hard to believe.
If they're on the roster, I don't know what to tell you. But he didn't have a great game. He didn't have a lot to work with. But you know what? I saw Johnny Wolford running around for his life. I didn't see anybody up in arms about that one.
Right.
I mean, what are we doing, man? Can we relax a little bit on this deal? The Browns are not out. They would waste a 5th-round draft pick on somebody and then and the NFL is telling people to ruin this kid. Why?
Right. They're sending him teach him a lesson.
Why?
He's entitled. Again, it's
I have
silly.
a lot more lessons to teach to other people than this kid.
This is where social media
Y'all are crazy.
is beyond ridiculous. You get too many people believing wrong things because of the echo chambers that they take up residence in, and certain things are ridiculous. There are way more outlandish things legitimately believed than ever in the history of the earth.
Yeah.
Ever in the history of the earth, that can't end well.
Yeah.
When people believe, like really genuinely believe outlandish things.
I don't get this fascination with this kid. Like he's Deion's son. That's great. I don't understand why.
I don't either.
It seems like it's a topic all over social media.
I never understood it at Colorado. I said that before.
It's
after
crazy.
a while.
It's a topic all over social media, and I don't understand that either. But like this, like they're saying is they're out to make him an example. But why him?
Who? Yeah. Who's out?
Quote unquote. Like
by the way,
the teams.
They've already made an example of giving him great props. Let's be honest, man. At this time last year, had you heard more at the equal part? Has Arch Manning got as much coverage as Shedeur Sanders got? No more.
No.
I mean, here's the guy, Arch Manning, who's like, the number one prospect. He's the son of a legendary family, and he doesn't get. What happened was there's a large portion of the media that over-promoted Shedeur and now want to act mad that the rest of the opinion is not shared. Is that fair? Like, there are a lot of guys that tell you Shedeur Sanders should be here. They make you think Shedeur Sanders is a first-round pick. They spend all year putting Shedeur Sanders in the top 15 of the draft. So when he's taken in the 5th round, well, certainly someone must have screwed him. There must have been some agenda. So this is one of those deals where us and the media and the amateur armchair evaluators sold us a Shedeur Sanders that is not at all what the NFL has seen.
I just don't get it.
If Shedeur Sanders were a top quarterback, he would have been drafted in the first couple of rounds. Period. End of story.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were going to accuse this is the funny part. I'll leave it at this. If I were going to accuse the Browns of any sort of shenanigans, it would have been drafting Shedeur when you didn't even need him for the publicity.
Mm-hmm.
Question here.
Yeah.
Playing devil's advocate.
Okay.
Let's just say, just for lack of better terms, let's say Jerry Jones did not want to draft Shador. Didn't want to see him in the league, no nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Is Jerry not a big enough boy to make a phone call like, hey?
No.
He's not a big enough boy?
No. Isn't the whole, I mean,
I'm asking.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
I mean, you're trying to win, man. If somebody thought Shador Sanders would help you win, I mean, so what? He's I guess, okay, so he's
a quarterback prospect.
He's kind of an ass. He comes off as being full of himself. Big deal. I mean, does that...
So is Joe Burrow. So are they all. But the difference is you got to be able to play to pull that off.
Right. So we're going to go to this kind of length?
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot.
Shador, hold on a second. I got these guys from a high school who signed up to be members of the Cleveland Browns for one preseason game. They're going into block for you. I mean, that's what they're like suggesting that's going on here.
Yeah.
The Cleveland Browns are an inept organization, but they're not. It's embarrassing how poor. They're not going to add to their own embarrassment. I mean, they drafted Dylan Gabriel 3rd. They took Shador 5th. They think
3rd round, 5th round, by the way, not 3 overall, 5 overall.
They think Gabriel's better. They're going to play him. He's ahead of them. I don't understand this. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I just don't understand this unbelievable fascination with it. You know,
it reminds me. I don't. It
reminds me a little bit of Timmy when Timmy was on a different, but the absolute. Fascination with...
Or that he's getting screwed, that somebody's out to get him.
Oh, yeah.
Tim Tebow's not in the league, not because he's Christian, not because brings attention. If Tim Tebow played football like Patrick Mahomes, he'd be in the league.
Yeah.
And so the same thing happens here with Shador. People can't accept that, that their opinion isn't so valid that it trumps everyone else's, and if it doesn't, then everyone else has an agenda or a... or worse.
Yeah.
By the way, the plot thickens. Roger Jackson's got to go to jail.
Yeah.
I'm now seeing video of where Psycho Stu, before the match, he thought, as we said, he thought Roger was a wrestler, and they were setting up a storyline. In fact, he's talking to him and apologizing, and they shake hands.
Oh, okay.
And then after that, he still goes in and kills him.
Well, he didn't kill him, but attempted to.
Yeah.
The punches are those.
But this makes it worse. He says after he hit him in the head with the can,
and
he says, "Oh, bro, I'm sorry. I thought you were a wrestler, and this was part of the storyline.
Oh, okay.
I was just setting it up." And they're like, "Yeah, okay." And then they fight, and I said, damn near kills him.
I don't mind him going in the ring to exact revenge, pick him up, dump him.
Yeah,
but you can't jump on a knocked out man and then just wham.
Now, I guess he grew up watching his dad. In UFC, they do that. That's the most barbaric thing about that. I don't even know why that's allowed.
Well,
if a man's unconscious, the fight's over. If I punch you two more times,
the ref usually jumps in as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
But they'll take a couple more hits.
Yeah,
but not 20. I don't know how many times he got hit. But
this is uncomfortable to watch. We had
very
a couple
uncomfortable
of those today.
Very uncomfortable. All right, let's take a break. We'll keep it rolling. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. How does it feel to throw an NFL touchdown? Find out from a guy who's thrown 89 of them.
I'm David Garrard on 1010XL.
Mondays from 10 to noon on Jaguars Today. Restored by Resto Pros of Northeast Florida.
Hey, Jacksonville Hicken here. I've been around the block or two, and Checkmate Coatings is who I call for my own place. They're my new MVP for stunning, long-lasting floors.
Brendan here with Checkmate Coatings. No massive overhead means top prices on top-quality pool decks, driveways, garages, and patios, too.
Visit CheckmateCoatings.com today. Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Denny Thompson here. Look, don't get left in the dark. We're all trying to reason with hurricane season, so at least be prepared. For top-of-the-line generators in Jacksonville, I turn to Tyson. Licensed pros at Tyson deliver reliable, whole-home standby generators and provide fast repair service. They even do custom installations for local businesses, so don't wait. Ensure seamless installation and peace of mind. Call Tyson now, 904-762-1000 for a free estimate on generator services. TysonInc.com.
1010XL is the home of Gator Nation and the Gator Bites podcast presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. I'm Hacker, and we keep you connected with the University of Florida all year long. Get Gator Bites where you find podcasts.
Hey, get here for my friends at Zero Res, man. Back to school time, right? End of the summer sale. Zero Res, you betcha, man. And you know that you need to get that house Zero Resified. Carpets, tile, hardwood rugs, upholstery, air ducts, every surface in your home. Time to call the cleaning pros at Zero Res. Summer's over. Graduation. Coming back from the beach. Get that house ready for football season, man. And right now, schedule your appointment at ZeroResJacksonville.com. Call 287-5727, 287-5727. Ask for that 1010XL special. And that 1010XL special this week, 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $135, plus throwing in a free hallway and taking $100 off the air duct cleaning. It's Zero Res. Spell it backwards and forwards, gang. It spells the same. Zero Res.
Jax is more than a city, beaches, suburbs, or a destination. We're a community that takes care of each other. I'm former Jaguar Tom McManus. J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling is dedicated to serving you with respect and integrity. From estate cleanouts to furniture and appliance removal, we handle it all. Call 506-1256 for your free estimate today. We're here for you. We're veteran-owned and operated. J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling.
Summer's winding down, and we know you want to enjoy what's left of it. But before you celebrate this Labor Day weekend, plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Celebrate responsibly and remember to drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
At Performance Painting, we've spent decades protecting commercial properties with durable, long-lasting coatings. And we can bring the same expertise when painting the exterior of your home. With industry-leading materials and a proven process, we extend the life of your home, reducing maintenance costs and preserving its value. Now, for a limited time, save $500 when you hire us to paint your home's exterior. Just mention 1010XL. Go to performance-painting.com to schedule a friendly estimate. Performance Painting. Repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting. Feeling the Florida heat? Frank Frangie here. Make sure your car's AC is ready with help from Big Chief Tire. Right now, get $50 off all AC services at any of their 6 Jacksonville locations. Whether it's a quick recharge or a full repair, their expert technicians will keep you cool and comfortable on the road. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule your AC service today and take advantage of this limited time offer. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
Jacksonville area homes are selling, but getting the right price means you need aggressive marketing and proven systems. Hiring experts who know how to create demand is crucial. You need Chad and Sandy Newman. I mean, look, problems can crop up, but we got promises and solutions with Chad and Sandy. So if you're buying or selling, fast or max cash, Chad and Sandy have proven their plan is guaranteed. In fact, this is the Chad and Sandy guarantee. Your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they'll buy it. Simple as that. Charles and Robin in Greenland Chase said we wanted to get our kids into a certain school. We found a home we love. One big problem, we had to sell our current home first and wasn't even listed yet. We heard about Chad and Sandy on the radio, hired them. They launched into action, secured our dream home, sold our old home in just 10 days. We closed both homes a few weeks later on the same day. Call the local experts we trust and recommend. Call Chad and Sandy, 414-6200 or ChadAndSandy.com.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Now listen, I don't and I won't apologize for the Gators opening with LIU. With that said, there are some interesting things about LIU that should be noted. I mean, we are talking like throwing the sheep to the wolves. I mean, this is like LIU's stadium has a capacity, not that they sell out, of 6,000. So,
I mean, there are high school gyms that are bigger than that.
To prepare for the game.
Okay, hold on. First of all, okay, can we just correct the description? If it holds 6,000, it's not a stadium.
Not a stadium. To prepare for the 88,548,
to blare the crowd noise in. We do it in the gym every morning at 6:30. We can't do it in our own stadium as it would defy local North Shore noise ordinances. LIU even played Won't Back Down. LIU is will make $525,000. Poor LIU, though. They get Florida, and then next week they go to East Lansing.
I wonder how much they're going to pay.
Take on Michigan State.
Florida got off cheap there.
Yeah.
$500,000. LIU did a terrible job of negotiating, man. They used to get $1 million for those little.
So you got 5 of your first 6 on the road, and you open with Florida and Michigan State. By week 3, there may not be any LIU left.
I mean, why play? Well, do you know where Long Island University is?
No.
Do you know much about Long Island?
No.
Nor do I.
Florida's largest victory at home was 76 points versus Central Michigan in 1997. Most rushing yards in a game was 531 against Utah in 1977. Most passing yards in a game was 512 versus Southwest Louisiana. A Cajun that's raging.
A raging Cajun's a Cajun that's raging.
LIU has had 6 straight losing seasons. They play in Brookville, New York.
Nice.
This is their 6th season in the FCS. They were 4-8 last year, 4th in the NEC. Their largest margin of defeat last year was 45-0 to TCU. Their coach is Ron Cooper. Cooper did spend 4 years under Steve Spurrier on South Carolina's coaching staff.
I thought I knew that name, but
the HBC will be in the Swamp to watch his former colleague take on the Gators. So, but yeah, tough.
Well, he'll be in the Swamp to watch the Gators. His former colleague will be there.
Tough road to hoe for the Sharks of LIU.
Look, these are. I will say this.
Yeah.
Don't lose sight of this. This, in some ways, it's like one of the only fallbacks to the charm and pageantry of college football. And this is what I mean. Forget the payout and the 64-6 final. There are a lot of kids and a lot of young men on those teams that this will be the biggest athletic field in their life.
Yeah, this is great.
They get to go play in the middle of the SEC.
100%.
And whether it's
that
here
point is cool.
Yeah, and so who cares they're going to get killed? They know it. We all know it. And you know, at least Florida, unlike Indiana, doesn't play every non-conference game like this. No Power 5 team not named Indiana takes to the cowards route the way the Hoosiers do. So most teams will have other tough games. They can have 1 or 2 of these sprinkled in. You just can't have 4 like Indiana does.
So
what is the line on the Florida LIU game? Is there such a thing?
That's a great question.
Got big games this weekend. Big games.
I got a couple that I'm sitting on. That,
look at you already looking. You need to get better. You lost again last year in the 5-pack.
I did. I'm looking for we got an NA on Florida LIU right now. NA.
Yeah,
not applicable.
Yeah, it should probably stay that way.
Blue Horseshoe loves. I'll give you a little FDS. Blue Horseshoe loves
FDS.
Friday Degenerate Special.
Okay, all right.
What'd you think it stands for?
I thought, I don't know.
What do you think it stands for?
Well, FDS is my own term, so I should have got it right away.
Yeah. What did you think it stood for?
I thought you were doing FBS, FCS. I didn't know what FDS was.
That's no.
Yeah, because we were just talking about FCS.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's why.
Loves the Baylor Bears.
Yeah.
Plus 2.5 against the Auburn War Eagle Tigers.
Yeah, that's a good one because a lot's expected of Baylor this year. They could win. Some think they'll win the Big 12.
Well,
Auburn is Hugh Freeze can't keep messing around. That's a big game for Auburn.
Big game.
Where is that game?
At Baylor.
Yeah,
I love Baylor in that one.
Yeah, that's
a better quarterback. I'm all in on Baylor. So.
Well, listen, Auburn. There's a lot of Florida, Oklahoma, South Carolina vibe to Auburn. I mean, these are schools. You run out of time. You can't keep being almost there.
Right.
Same with Billy Napier. You can't go 8-4 again. Oh, almost. I mean, you can and you will, but it's not going to show any sign of being where now. Granted, at least for Florida, they have spent time there. I guess Auburn has too. Obviously, they've won, but man, the pressure's on Hugh Freeze. I'm surprised he's not got it going.
Yeah, I know.
I am, man. It's not, there are other teams that have filled in and done.
I think he's missed on the quarterbacks.
It makes you think that Ole Miss is kind of a bigger job than we thought. I mean, Lane Kiffin continues to win at Ole Miss. Here's Freeze at Auburn and not competing against each other.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Would you, if you're Keegan Bradley, would you select Patrick Cantlay to be on your Ryder Cup team? Because I've heard some talk that I see him picked. I would never pick that guy.
I heard this or somebody actually told me this inside the PGA Tour.
Inside the tour.
You know what Cantlay? Apparently, you know what Patrick Cantlay's nickname is among the tour?
Slow play.
Table for one.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
It's cold.
Table for one.
Dang.
Believable.
Yeah.
The guy looks like he's like a walking fart.
Yeah.
It just looks like he's just miserable wherever he is or wherever he's going, whatever he says, whatever he does. He just looks miserable.
Browns are releasing a quarterback. Breaking news.
Okay, hold on now. The Browns are releasing a quarterback. Is it one of the four, or they had five at one point?
They have six, really, I guess, if you think about it.
Is it one of the four?
No. Tyler Huntley.
Huh?
Tyler Huntley.
Yeah. They released the only Pro Bowler in the
Pro
in the
Bowl.
lot.
Pro Bowl.
That's not
the
true.
Pro Bowl.
I guess Flacco's had him.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? If they're true to the talent and the potential, Flacco will start every game. That shows you how bad the Browns are. The best quarterback on their roster is a 40-something.
Bryce Underwood will become the youngest starting quarterback in 146 years of Michigan football. 18 years, 11 days when he takes the field next Saturday. Who was the youngest before him?
At Michigan?
Yeah, I love this guy. I remember him when I was a kid. Who was the quarterback when we were kids?
Rob Lytle.
No, Rob Lytle was a running back.
Oh, yeah, that's
Same
right.
initials.
Yeah, I'm missing. I know.
Yeah, you'll know him.
I know. It's right
He started freshman, sophomore,
Does it sound
junior,
like Rob
senior.
Lytle?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
RL.
Yeah, it's now I got Rob Lytle on my deck.
Yeah.
Rob Lytle, Broncos.
Yeah. Rick Leach.
It's Rick Leach. It's right
Rick
there.
Leach.
It's right there. Rick Leach, a lefty?
Yes.
Yeah. Rick
Yes.
Leach also played. He played some baseball or something.
Well, he may have. He was not that good of a quarterback, but he started for 4 years at Michigan. But back then it was 10-7 games. Like, I'm going to look at his stats, and I'm going to tell you, oh, my gosh. Wait a minute. Rick Leach, third in the Heisman voting in 1978. Let's see how he did.
Third?
That's what it just said. 1978, he was 68 of 137 for the year.
They didn't pass
That's
back then.
49%. 16 touchdowns, 4 picks, threw for 1,146 yards.
Yeah, different game. It was boring. It really was. I thought college football, when I was a kid, college football was kind of boring to me because it was all running.
You imagine if Bryce Underwood has these numbers. As a freshman, Rick Leach played in 11 games, 30 of 85, 3 touchdowns, 10 picks. Came back the next year and started again. He threw it 85 times in 11 games, Bros. Good gracious. Rick Leach.
Rick Leach.
And I think he went to 4 straight big bowls, too. I think they were very good.
Well, I know the name. I thought maybe he went, and he just certainly didn't play in the NFL. I thought maybe there was another reason why I knew Rick Leach. And maybe it is because he just played more than quarterbacks back then usually did. Back in the day, quarterbacks played a couple of years.
He played in and lost 3 Rose Bowl games, 77, 78, 79. And he also played in the 76 Orange Bowl. They won 3 Big Ten Conference championships, went to 3 straight Rose Bowls, but never won the game. It's because he couldn't throw. Oh, yeah, he did play baseball. Very good. Rick Leach baseball, it says right here.
By the way, if the text line were the judge, jury, and peers, Raja Jackson will be headed to prison time.
Yeah.
I mean,
think
it's just now that while we're digesting every single aspect of this, that is just it's terror move.
How about this? Rick Leach selected by the Detroit Tigers first round.
That's so I was
13th
right.
overall.
Yeah. That's why I knew him. He was a first round baseball pick. Did he actually play?
Hell yeah, he played.
Yeah.
He played 9 years.
Yeah, that's why you threw me off the scent a little bit because that's usually where
Rick Leach.
Yeah, Rick Leach.
What a hell of an athlete.
Yeah, MLB player. That's what I knew him from. Yeah.
You never hear Rick Leach being mentioned as a great,
two-way guy.
Two-way.
Yeah. Third
9 years, dude.
Yeah, I remember him.
268 batting average.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Shout out Rick Leach.
Did he ever go to an All-Star game or what's his best year?
I don't have his baseball numbers here.
Anyway, so it was a major league player.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back, kick it around a little bit. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
I'm Clayton Bromberg, the president of Underwoods. One of the biggest changes we've seen in fine jewelry over the last 25 years has been the growth of jewelry designers. At Underwoods, we're the leader, bringing to North Florida the best names in designer jewelry. In fact, we carry designer lines in a similar way to how clothing stores carry designer labels. The difference is that jewelry designers have to be a little more timeless in their presentations because nobody wants to buy a fine piece of jewelry only to find out the next year it's gone out of style. That's why you'll find at Underwoods the best of the jewelry designer names, those that are tried and true and popular. Names like David Yerman, Roberto Cohen, John Hardy, Marco Bichigo, Jude Francis, Lagos, Hippolyta, and a lot more are all available right now at Underwood's. So if you want the best looks in designer jewelry, stop by Underwood's, San Marco, Avondale, or the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Hey, when it comes to insurance, I think we all think kind of the same way. We pay a lot of money monthly. If something happens and we need you, you need to be there. You know what? On the flip side, that's how Craig and Chris Kaprosky of the Kaprosky Agency with Goosehead Insurance think as well. Because when I say take care of, man, that's what the Kaproskys do. Customer service, 2 words. They don't take it lightly. They know that you need them. They get you the answers that you need. They save me money. They save me money on my mortgage payment. Who does that? Kaproskys do. Homeowners, auto, flood, boat, small business. Get an insurance checkup today. Easy to get a hold of. Craig.Kaprosky at Goosehead.com. Craig.Kaprosky, K-O-P-R-O-S-K-I, at Goosehead.com. Or you can call 478-8422, 478-8422. They're Craig and Chris Kaprosky. They're part of the Goosehead Insurance family, and they're part of our family as well.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On August 25th, 1981, Mark McGwire hit his very first major league home run.
The 3-2 pitch to McGwire. Swing and a high fly ball belted.
Hey, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, you have children. Of course, you want to take care of your family. That's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. Matt's the attorney. I'm not. But listen, it's time to do that will. Get it done. Get it out of the way. Take care of it. Why? You work hard for your money, man. You should be able to decide where your money goes if something should happen to you. Planning also helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes. And Matt Hinson's your guy. He's been doing it for a long time. He knows how to do it. He's going to help you with your decisions. He'll provide you information needed. So choices are easy. It's the Hinson Law Firm. You got questions, reach out to Maddie, 527-1700, 904-527-1700. The offices are in Jacksonville, Florida. Gang, don't let the state decide your fate.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, it's Joe C. When was the last time you flushed out your water heater? Flushing a water heater each year improves its efficiency and extends its lifespan. So call Roland Reese Plumbing for a routine water heater flush out and any other plumbing needs. 260-7059. Roland Reese Plumbing.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duvall sub. The Duvall comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duvall sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
This is Greg Huntington, a.k.a. The Mangler. I'm on the winning team at Waste Management. WM is the largest sustainability company in North America. If your business needs sustainable environmental services for waste removal and recycling collection, then you can count on the industry leader of WM to deliver results. Your services will be completed in a timely, safe, and eco-friendly manner. Go to WM.com/Duvall. That's WM.com/Duvall and get signed up today. If anyone can talk trash, it's the Mangler.
Say goodbye to glasses and contacts with customized vision treatments at Bowden Associates. Hey, Hicken here. Dr. Bowden and his expert team bring you all the latest options like Evo implantable Caliber lenses, refractive lens exchange, or traditional LASIK. Tailored just for you. Imagine waking up to clear vision. No hassle, no fuss. You ready to see the difference? Call now or visit Bowden.com for a free screening. Bowden Associates, keeping the first coast focused.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the cool down from the cool guys at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Fast, reliable, and honest service since '87.
Time to cool down over the end of the preseason. I'm so grateful. So grateful. Our Dream Finders Homes, almost 700 votes. Poll question. Meaningful games in December is the leader, 40%. Bad start, 7-10 at best, just ahead of Win AFC South. So I think the fans have done a good job of being a bit more measured this year, not getting carried away with everything. Let's see, and then let's all be pleasantly surprised. That would be great.
wonder what people would be saying if the schedule were inverted. Like if you could convince yourself that you could get off to a 6-2 start, you might say you'd be 11 and you get some wins. Oh yeah, we're gonna beat Texas at home, or if it were inverted, would it affect your prediction on the season?
Yeah.
Because I will say this, it is dangerous. We learned this last year. It's dangerous to get by. That's what we'll find out if in a terrible world they start 1-3 or 1-4 or get behind the story there. Then how do they respond? It better be a lot better than they did under Coach Visor.
Yeah,
because he did not have the answers.
Yeah, they gotta. And there's a good chance we're not going to have a winning record after 5 and 7 games. And it's okay as long as we're winning games and being competitive and you sense that they're getting better, That's what they got to do, But that Carolina game, that Carolina game.
That Carolina game.
So big. So big. You guys in the mood from New York City headlines?
I'm always in the mood for New York City headlines. Before we get to those headlines, I have some headlines for the Gators this year.
Okay.
Which of these do you like the most? Underdogs in the 4 big ones. At LSU, getting 5.5. At Miami, getting 3. At home against Texas, getting 6.5, or in Jacksonville against Georgia, getting 6.5. Which of those lines would appeal you to the most if you had to take your whole nut and put it on just one of the 4? Now, it's easier to answer when we get closer, but right now, as you sit here, which one of those?
Well, I predicted a win over Texas, so I would take the 6.5 points at home.
Yeah, that's the only one at home, so that makes sense. You're at LSU, you're at Miami, and Georgia is here in Jacksonville. I do find it interesting how many people are I've seen a lot of people that pick the schedule, and they'll have Florida beating Texas, in some cases beating Georgia, yet still be 8-4, 7-5. I don't get it. If you're good enough to beat Texas, good enough to beat Georgia, then I'm going to say you're not going to lose at Texas A&M, at LSU, at Miami. Not all of them. I mean, if you're good enough to beat Texas and Georgia, you can't be 8-4, Hick. You got to be 9-3 if you win those 2 games.
Oh, Texas and Georgia?
Yeah.
I think they will be.
Yeah.
Well, I think they will be a worse 9-3, but Texas and Georgia.
All right, New York City headlines. Sorry, I digress.
All right, brought to you by our friends at Oceanside Cleaners, man. Look, they make it easy. Free pickup and delivery at your home or business. Boy, oh boy, they are terrific. They take away your time worries, man. They'll send you text reminders. They have 24-hour kiosks in Ponte Vedra and on Southside Boulevard. I mean, Michael P. Harris, great guy, great family. Labor of love. They've been doing this stuff for 35 years. They say if it's got fabric, they can clean it, and it's true. But when you're doing something for 35 years, I mean, you can go check out. They will gladly show you their facilities. That's how clean they keep it. It's unbelievable. Oceanside Cleaners, 2 locations to serve you, Jacksonville, Southside Boulevard, and Ponte Vedra. Oceanside Cleaners, we just don't clean, we care. Actual headlines from New York City periodicals. Comedian shot dead at 52, suspect in custody.
Some people just can't take
Do you know who
jokes.
that was, E?
Oh.
The guy Carroll, last name Carroll?
No, I don't
Carroll. Well, we're Gator running.
All right, I don't know him either.
Start spreading the news.
Game of Thrones star never wants to live in the U.S. again.
Well, then the U.S. doesn't want him to.
Yeah.
Don't care which star, and we'll move on.
Yeah. Photo flop. Photographer banned after being at center of wild U.S. Open controversy.
Yeah, had his credentials pulled, and he should. If you get to be an age that you're just, scurrying around like you're at the mall looking for the shoe shine, then you got to go.
Damn media. Damn New York City. Tommy Fleetwood's wife misses golfer's first PGA Tour win amid backlash over their 23-year age gap.
She's the older woman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say his stepson, it seems about his age. That is an odd one.
That is.
So he's 34 and she's 57?
Yeah.
That is strange.
Go, honey.
Tech CEO blasted as dog.
Things that lady must do,
Tech CEO blasted as dog abuser after he's captured helping friend bring husky into loud music festival.
Listen, if you people are going to say we're dog abusers because of the sounds that are going on around them, then we give up on all y'all.
Mile high stink. Ryanair passenger horrified by vile, cheesy odor on flight. And the source was even worse.
Yeah, we know the source. He weighs about 380. We've talked about that. It's the most unseemly character trait you could have, to pass gas on an airplane. You know you're just a terrorist.
Death bling. Sheriff shows off 50K chain snatched from alleged drug dealer implicated in OD death. She died so he could have this drip. I got their drip. I got their money. We got their guns. We got their dope, he boasted.
I like it. I just run it right back at him. Y'all get what? We're coming to get it.
I saw it. I think he had it on.
Yeah. Is this the one? Is this the Central Florida one? Or no?
I don't know.
They got that one guy down there like Polk County. He don't play, E.T.
Fail of the tape. Erroneous release of Eric Menendez's parole hearing audio causes family uproar.
Yeah.
This is disgusting.
Yeah, you know what's disgusting? When two entitled little punks kill their family and then spend years making up whatever they can to get off the hook. Take your bald-headed butt back to your cell and stay there.
Did it again. Britney Spears flaunts figure in nothing but knee-high boots after sparking fan concern.
I mean, at one point, maybe people would rush to go look at that. I'm just not so sure anymore. Thank God she's not adopting. That was her roots. So, time to understand she's dancing around on TikTok in just her boots.
Lions and Tigers at Sphere. Oh, my. The Sphere's epic Wizard of Oz Las Vegas spectacle will blow your mind and blast you right out of Kansas.
Okay, this is maybe the biggest nerd alert thing I will ever say that's as genuine as it is. I would so love go do that. I love go do that. Fire bad. Was that English? I would love to go do that. And I can't. Now we're into football. Can't do it.
Freak hot tub incident almost kills 2 elderly women on girls' trip at remote cabin.
I mean, elderly women, girls' trip, which is it?
Star singer calls out fan who grabbed her butt at meet and greet.
You're not allowed
Personal
to do that.
space.
Yeah, you're allowed to meet and greet, but you're not allowed to,
Madonna now officially retirement age, and her 29-year-old boyfriend has talked her into a surprising cosmetic change.
They two can double date with Fleetwood and his. This is the drill. Back to put a wrap on it next.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Guys, your lawn's the home field. Now you can champion your St. Augustine grass. TopDressing.com just hit Jacksonville with a game-changing patented process. Aerate and transform your turf into a fairway-worthy masterpiece. Less water, shorter cuts, and the envy of every neighbor. No one else delivers a perfect 10 lawn like this. Visit TopDressing.com and dominate your block with the same process that golf courses use. Top dress your lawn like the pros with TopDressing.com.
Yo, what's happening, folks? It's your main man, E to the T here for Twin Peaks, which happens to be the best in the game, by the way. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. And it's bigger game days, and it's bolder fight nights, too. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that's always coming through in the clutch every day, from lunch to late at night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. Hit a home run for happy hour and ask your Twin Peaks girl about local specials on drafts, cocktails, shots, and more. And when you do, make sure you tell them your boy sent you. Come on, somebody.
Frank Franzi here for Coyle & Son Fencing. Jacksonville is full of memorable sports memories. Remember the 2017 AFC Championship game when Miles Jack wasn't down? Do you know what else isn't down? Fences installed by Coyle & Sons. Their fences have been standing tall here in Jacksonville for nearly a century. If you're in the market for a new fence, I recommend calling Coyle & Sons today at 904-356-4821 or visit CoyleJacks.com. That's COYLE Jacks.com. CoilJacks.com.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Hey, school's in session, and here's today's lesson. We have hundreds of certified vehicles to choose from, starting as low as $89.99. Plus, they come with a 7-year, 100,000-mile peace of mind warranty and free oil changes. That means you and your soon-to-be drivers will be protected. Plus, every purchase allows us to fund teachers' projects for the entire school year. Your next assignment, get to Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine, Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville, or Beaver Mitsubishi in St. Augustine. We're here to wow you and our teachers.
As a contractor, finding reliable subcontractors is key to project success. Prosser here. Guys, that's where Lloyd's Heating and Air shines. Not just your mechanical HVAC expert, but your partner, understanding every facet of construction to keep your project on track. Lloyd's will spot issues early before they cause delays. If you're a contractor with a need for reliability, visit LloydsHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
Summer's wrapping up, and life is picking back up. Early mornings, long days, and a to-do list that doesn't quit. And neither should you. Who has time to slow down due to body pain? That's why there's Aleve, to keep you going. With just one pill, Aleve delivers longer-lasting body pain relief per dose compared to other leading OTC branded pain relievers. Aleve helps keep you moving from sunup to sundown with up to 12 hours of pain relief per dose, so you can keep moving and be ready for whatever's next. Use as directed.
I'm Frank Franz, and you've heard me tell you how much success my daughter Amber is having with the Awaken 180 weight loss program. But Amber, maybe it's time you should tell them.
I think they'd rather hear from you, Dad. You're the radio guy.
Yeah, but in this case, you're the one doing all the work.
But that's the thing, Dad. It doesn't feel like work. The food is great. I never feel hungry. My coach, Mary, is so good, so encouraging. If you follow the plan, Awaken 180 really works.
Well, everyone I know that's tried it has said the same thing. The result is people not only look better, but they feel better. I've kind of known you your whole life, and I can tell you feel great.
I feel better than I have in years. I love that part. I feel so good. I have Awaken 180 to thank for that.
So you heard it from my kid, and you can feel great too. Just call 1-844-346-1800. That's 1-844-346-1800, or visit Awaken180weightloss.com and start your transformation today.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back. College football starts. FSU Bama. If you had to bet that game, I think I'd pick FSU plus 13.5. That's a lot of points, no? All right.
I could be wrong. I mean, last year I would have bet FSU against Georgia Tech. I mean, you can't go from year to year.
Yeah.
I don't like the Sewer Big Mouth's approach to this game. I think it was the dead wrong way to go.
Yeah, that would be.
I mean, of all of the pregame ploys, running your mouth at, like, you know, you're the bug, they're the windshield, man. Yeah. The bug doesn't talk to windshield. It just hopes it flies by. Every now and then it can shatter it. But these are two teams that are, I bet you if you look at those analytic numbers, the 13.5 would be low. I bet you Bama would be more like a 20, 21-point favorite. What about FSU keeps them in the game, Dan? That's the hard time I'm having.
Well, I just don't think, I mean, Alabama's got to prove to me they're Alabama again, too. When is Alabama lost 4 games last year. Alabama lost to Vandy last year.
Yeah.
This isn't Nick Saban's Alabama team.
No, but
okay?
they're
getting a lot of love for what they did a couple, 3, 4, 5 years ago.
And this isn't last year's FSU team, but Bama didn't lose to anybody near as bad as Florida State a year ago.
No, FSU was horrible last year.
Where's the improvement coming?
Well, I don't know.
That's the scary thing about Bama, and it may be there. If I'm an FSU fan, I hope these transfer receivers make a big difference, that my transfer quarterback will work. But this Alabama team, I mean, granted, sure, they had a terrible 9-3 year, but they, these kinds of games and these levels of recruits, and these are the same players that were playing at Georgia on Saturday night a year ago. And we'll see. Hopefully for Florida State, they can give it. If I wouldn't touch it, but if I bet it, I'd bet Alabama.
9-4.
That feels like, I get it, the bowl game. I don't know who played what. I'm not discounting it, but I don't know if Milroe played. I don't know if anyone played at that point.
Milroe played. He turned it over, remember?
No.
Fumbling it.
Yeah. No, I remember that in the playoff game the year before. That's when I remember Alabama, Michigan.
Oklahoma beat them 24-3.
Yeah, I got you. I mean, yeah, Alabama's fine.
Yeah. We'll see.
Well, I mean, I haven't broken down their roster, but those that have
new quarterback
found a lot. Yeah. Well, FSU's got a new quarterback too. We're talking about FSU. We're not talking about Alabama winning the Natty.
Yeah, but he has experience at least. I'm not saying he's better. I'm just saying. I don't know. I just FSU traditionally plays tight opening games. They don't win them, but they beat LSU twice. 13 and a half at home.
FSU teams that were good, they got killed by those games. How bad? What did Florida win by in Tallahassee last year? Florida.
Yeah.
I mean,
what are you talking about last year? We're not talking about last year. It's a new year.
Well, we just talked about Alabama last year, real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's to be seen. The problem I have with Florida State is, and I'm fine with them being better. The problem I have with Florida State is it wasn't that they were bad last year. They were in like turmoil bad. They couldn't beat anyone. That's the part that scares me.
Mm-hmm.
I got to see something like we didn't see those kinds of games that we saw in the other years. The tough openers.
Yeah.
What turned out to be a tough opener shouldn't have, was not the right indicator the way last season started. But we'll see. That's why you redo it every year. I would be worried about those lines of scrimmage.
I'm excited. Play us out of here.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Hello, Mike.
Good morning.
Time to get down to 53.
Let's do it. That's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be cutting it down to 53. I don't think it's too difficult for most of it. There'd be a few guys we may get wrong, but yeah, I think, and then we'll see how many of them stick.
Right. That's the other.
The rest of the
very
players get cut down around the league.
Yes.
So there'll be a few of those. And, I think it was up in the air on Fred Johnson, and I think the deal and what they got as terms of compensation tells you it wasn't that up in the air. They were probably not keeping Fred Johnson, or you're not giving him up for what they did. So, hey, get something rather than nothing if you're going to let a guy go.
Yeah. What else you doing today?
We got JP Shadrick joining us.
JP Shadrick.
Yep. We're going to end our question of the day, presented by Chad and Sandy Real Estate, asking folks, now that the preseason's done, basically, how do you feel compared to the way you felt at the beginning of training camp? More encouraged, less encouraged, about the same, or
that's a good question.
Throw your hands up in the air and go, I have no idea.
Wave them like you just don't care.
It could be that. Well, you might care, but you still might not have an idea.
Have a great show.
Thank you.
Mike and Tony getting ready. JP Shadrick along for the ride as well. Our work is done here on a Monday.
Yes, Jaguars Today is next. We will see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Swerve, ride, swerve, swerve, ride. The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.